Kickoff on Monday Night Football, and tonight the Buffalo Bulls open their home schedule. It's an Empire State battle as Buffalo welcomes the Fordham Rams. We welcome you here to UB Stadium. Robert Lee and Stan Luter with you. Overcast, humid night here in Western New York. Stan, Fordham's actually played 2 games already. They split a pair of games against FCS competition. Last week, the Rams powered past Wagner 46-16.
Struggled in their first game against Albany, but got all their offensive weapons together in a very impressive win over Wagner. Now can they do it for a third game? If you look at this Buffalo team, played good in spots against a very tough Wisconsin team, but they look for improvement from game 1 to game 2.
You talked about that Buffalo team. They lost their opener at Wisconsin. They were in that game well into the second half. Certainly a lot to build on.
And we'll talk about this some during the ball game. Red zone opportunities, third down conversions. They did not do a great job of doing that, but they felt like they came away with some good things. So we'll see what happens today.
You see some of those turnovers that Buffalo caused in week 1 at Wisconsin. Back home tonight for the home opener in the True Blue student section here in full effect. Fordham has made the trip up from the Bronx under head coach Joe Conlon in his 6th season, 24-27. His overall record with the Rams led Fordham to the FCS playoffs first round last year. Buffalo led by head coach Maurice Mo Linguist. He's in his 3rd season with the Bulls, 11-15, 4 wins his first year, 7 wins including a bowl game last season. Fordham won the toss. They will defer to the second half. They will kick off to start the game. It will be Brandon Peskin to kick it away from the 35-yard line. Back deep to receive for Buffalo, Ron Cook Jr. He's on the near side at about the 5-yard line. Also out there is Cole Harity. And we're set to go. Buffalo comes in 0-1. Fordham already playing its 3rd game of the season. They played in week 0, lost to Albany, beat Wagner last week by 30. Peskin has it teed up at the 35. We're ready to go. College football back here in Western New York. Peskin's kick is away. End-over-end kick that will be taken by Ron Cook Jr. on the run at the 9-yard line. Cook up the middle, spins out of a tackle to the 25. And taken out of bounds at the 28-yard line where Buffalo will go on offense 1st and 10 behind local product, 5th-year senior Cole Snyder.
I like Cole Snyder. Makes some good decisions, got a strong arm, threw for over 3,000 yards a season ago and 18 touchdowns. Makes solid decisions, can run, but you look for him to make plays with his passing.
You talked about those 3,000 yards he threw for last year, 18 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions a season ago. He's a transfer from Rutgers, 2nd year starting here at UB. He'll start the game in the shotgun from the 28. And it's a handoff for Washington. And Mike Washington Jr. pushes the pile forward out past the 30. We mentioned Snyder is a local product. He's from Lakewood, New York, which is near Jamestown, the extreme western point of New York State. Southwestern High School, his alma mater, the Trojans. Takes the shotgun snap. Quick throw out into the flat is complete at the 32. Fighting his way upfield towards the first down marker is Booby Curry, a transfer from Arizona.
One of the things that you'll see out of this Buffalo team is a diversity in the offense. They'll run the ball in between the tackles, try to get quick outs. They've got some solid receivers, one of which is Booby Curry.
It is enough for a first down. And Buffalo, tempo here on offense to start the game.
Yeah, they want balance, but if you're giving them run, they'll take pass. If you're giving them pass, they'll take run. But this is a team that's going to get better and better offensively. They want to be more fluid than they were last Saturday against Wisconsin.
Snyder throws over the middle, and a sliding catch is made by Cole Harity, a slot man who had 2 touchdowns a week ago.
Another one of those outstanding young receivers for this Buffalo team. Harity, a guy that goes in between the linebackers, nice catch, goes in low. The 2 touchdown receptions last week, very big in the Buffalo offensive scheme.
He had 5 catches for 47 yards in Madison, 2 scores, accounted for both of Buffalo's touchdowns in that game.
Forefront for Fordham. They want to try to put pressure on, and they make plays with their linebackers and DBs.
Wide open in the flat. is Marlon Johnson across midfield inside the 45 as we take a look at some of your players to watch, Stan.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've got a couple of guys that you're going to really enjoy watching for Fordham. One is M.J. Wright, number 2, the offensive wide receiver. He's got speed. He can take plays downfield and make big catches. 8 catches last week for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. And also James Conway, man, he's a human hitting machine. Also a human hitting machine, that's Doliak. We'll tell you more about him when Fordham gets the football for Buffalo.
Fake the handoff. Snyder looking deep, throws down the middle. Overthrown, incomplete. Intended for Marlon Johnson. As they took a shot there on first down.
2 deep zone, plenty of time, protections there. Just overthrows Johnson just a little bit. Johnson comes in having got 4 passes for 29 yards. A lot of receivers on this Buffalo team that do a lot of things, inside, outside, and can also stretch you defensively.
6-year grad student Cam Blair there on the coverage for Fordham. Bad snap. Snyder will just have to fall on it at the 46-yard line, a loss of 4.
Yeah, this is one of the problems that Buffalo had last Saturday against Wisconsin. When you would get some rhythm, you'd shoot yourself with a foot with an inopportune turnover. There's a low snap, never got in the air, or just did not make the plays. And those are not the mistakes that you're going to see out of Don Belusi, one of the leaders on this offensive front for the Bulls.
Belusi, a 5th-year senior, first year as a starter at center, and sets up a 3rd down and long here for UB.
Buffalo struggled in 3rd down efficiency last Saturday at less than 15% on the ball game.
2 for 15 on 3rd down, and then only 1 out of 4 on 4th down. 3rd and long here. It's a handoff. Hole up the middle, and a 1st down on the running play inside the 30. As they catch them off guard, there is a flag down. No, it's a 1st down, I should say, for Buffalo. Mike Washington on the carry, the sophomore from Utica.
Like Mike Washington as well. We'll talk a lot about Cook and Washington. Both had 12 carries last Saturday, 57 yards and 51 yards. 51 yards for Washington, but a great surge off the offensive front for Buffalo gets the 1st down.
Convert on a 3rd down and 14 with a running play, sets it up at the 30-yard line. Snyder fakes the handoff, throws deep down the middle for Harity. He's got it inside the 5. Cole Harity brought down to the 2-yard line.
This is beginning to sound like a broken record. Plenty of time, great protection, a nice post route, splits the defenders there. Harity has great concentration. Again, in rhythm, steps into the throw, right on the money, 1st and goal.
Handoff up the middle for the Buffalo. Touchdown! Mike Washington had 7 touchdowns a year ago. He gets the Bulls on the board here. On for the extra point is 6th-year grad student Alex McNulty. He was the MAC Special Teams Player of the Year last season, one of the best kickers in the country. And he puts it up and through. There is a flag down. There is a flag down on the field just short of the goal line. Our referee tonight is Rich Edwards. And he's checking with the Buffalo sideline what they want to do on this call.
Illegal formation. Defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the try is good.
So Stan, Buffalo had a 3rd down and 14, or Fordham had Buffalo backed up into a 3rd and 14. They convert on a 16-yard run. 2 plays later, the ball's in the end zone.
Well, again, that was one of the things that they talked about this week, was they were not very happy with going 2 of 15 in 3rd down and even 1 of 4 4th down conversions. There's plenty of time right there, the underneath route. Diversity of the offense, nice run inside, great job at the point of attack offensively for Buffalo. And then all that does is set you up to be able to go inside. Move the offense there, comes inside, bang, bang, touchdown, Buffalo.
So a quick 7-0 lead for the Bulls. Just under 11 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. On to kick it away is Alex McNulty, back deep to receive. One of Fordham's best players, wide receiver M.J. Wright. He's just outside the 5-yard line. McNulty boots it away, end-over-end kick that will drive right back over his head into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes Fordham on offense with, for the first time in 5 years, a new quarterback, C.J. Montez, a third-year sophomore from Pasadena, Los Angeles area.
Yeah, transferred from New Mexico. A little shaky in his first game against Albany, but man, last Saturday was he very special. Threw the ball, ran the football very efficiently, as you can see. 42 of 62 so far this year, 6 touchdowns, but more importantly, no interceptions.
5 of those touchdowns came against Wagner last week when he threw for 319 yards and ran for 58 more.
24 of 31 and really was not stressed. Threw the ball on money, threw it on time. They were very happy with that, especially the way didn't really play that bad against Albany. It was his first game. He hadn't played in a while. But again, what great improvement, and look for even more tonight.
Played 7 games over 2 years at New Mexico. And he will hand off the first play of the game to running back Julius Luffridge, who will be stacked up on the right side of the line.
Being able to run the football is something very important for this Fordham team. Yes, they throw the ball. Yes, they led the nation in touchdown passes last year and the year before. But a lot of their passing game is established by having a solid run game.
Montez, quick throw to the far side, batted down. Batted down along the line by Max Michel, 6th-year grad student from Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah, Max Michel goes about 6'2", 235. Very active on that defensive end. Comes in rush, get your hand up as you're blocking, and good plays. Now a third down situation set for the Rams.
Quick snap. Montez flushed out of the pocket, throws it over to the far sideline, out of bounds. 3 and out for the Rams.
One of the keys for this Buffalo team, get off to a good start, but most importantly, when you're on defense, put pressure on Montez. They did that on that drive.
So Fordham gives up a touchdown on its Buffalo's first drive, immediately goes 3 and out, and will have to punt the ball back with punter Will Haslett, a junior from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, averaging 44 yards a kick so far this season. Back deep to receive the second-team All-MAC kick returner, Ron Cook. Blocked, out of bounds on the far side of the field, just around the 22-yard line. Disastrous start for the Rams. Buffalo back in business.
This was very slow developing, not a great rush. Didn't have to be. Get your hands up, attack, you get a block, and special teams once again pays dividends for the Bulls.
Looked like it was Jair Stevens, a defensive end, that came in and got his mitt on that ball and blocked the punt by Haslett. And now Buffalo scored on its first drive, forces a 3 and out, blocks the punt, has it at the 22-yard line in plus territory, looking to go up 2 scores. And showed both the running and the passing on that first drive.
And let's see if we see a steady dose, short passes, and Cook and Washington, respectively, for Buffalo.
Cook in there at running back now. High snap, Snyder pump fakes, throws wide open, Marlon Johnson, touchdown! 13-0 Bulls.
Some man coverage, a little skinny post, shows inside, there's the bump, he gets the defenders off, he's wide open. Great job in the timing of the play. If you watch Washington, he just kind of starts off like he's going to the post and just bends it out very subtly, and he's wide there, nothing but blue in front of him.
McNulty on for the extra point again. 41 out of 42 on point afters last season. His kick is up, it's blocked. And here goes Fordham the other way. There is a flag down on the play. Fordham's got a chance to take it all the way. They will. The cheerleaders are running off the field.
Mark Pretro is the one returning the ball. But let's see what's going on here. Were they offsides with their movement, or were the cheerleaders involved in this play?
The cheerleaders were in the other end zone running the flags back and forth.
It's early. I got a feeling this is coming back.
It looks that way.
Offside, defense, number 13. Illegal formation, Defense number 23. At the distance to the goal. Replay the try.
So that is back-to-back illegal formations on extra point tries by Fordham. And in this case, it takes a blocked extra point all the way back, and clearly offsides on the near side.
And then you can see Pretro, one of the reasons he was able to block the kick and then return it is because he jumped over. You can't hurdle the offensive player, the center and the guard area. So again, that was two easy calls for the officials, and they'll try once again with one of the best kickers in the country.
McNulty this time the kick is up, and the kick is good. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. What a start for Buffalo. 14-0. Marlon Johnson, his second career touchdown, first of the season, and the Bulls are up 2 scores early.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
My dad was a master mechanic for the city of Pittsburgh. I've learned over my life and through my father to find people that know what they're doing. Somebody honest, dependable, and reliable.
I love working on cars. It's my passion. Me and Bob met about 20 years ago here at Firestone.
To celebrate 20 years as a customer, we're sending Bob on an IndyCar race experience.
Oh, Chuck!
Hey, Bob.
Helping our neighbors since 1926. Firestone Complete Auto Care.
The chaos is coming, Guardian. I dare you to defy it.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry with a biometric security system. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Quick start for UB and the Bulls. 14-0 Buffalo up at home, under 5 minutes into the game. And it will be once again Alex McNulty to kick it away to MJ Wright. If you were out and you just joined us about 10 minutes late, you missed a couple of scores already. Buffalo went down the field on its first drive, forced a 3-and-out, blocked a punt, scored in one play on its next drive as the kick goes out of bounds. Stan, I think it was Mike Tyson who once said, everyone is a plan when they're in the ring until they get punched in the mouth.
Till you get hit in the mouth. Punch, you get hit. And that's what's happened to Fordham. They've got hit, and they got hit quickly. Let me show you. Buffalo, last season, only had 11 touchdowns, 5 plays or less. They've already got 1 so far in this ball game. They came out aggressive. Good defensive set, offensive versatility, and they're playing with some enthusiasm. Now, if you're Fordham, you got to look at it and say, it's a long game. Don't panic. We got plenty of time because you have a potent offense.
Looking to get something positive going here as Montez sails one out of bounds. On paper, one of the biggest advantages in this game for Buffalo would appear to be their defensive line, which is 8 to 10 deep with a veteran group. They start 4 seniors or grad students. They have 3 more seniors backing up those guys against a Fordham line that's been a little shaky so far.
They've been shaky. They allowed 8 sacks against Albany, and that was one of the reasons we said early, put pressure on the quarterback, make him make decisions.
Tough running by Luffridge up the middle, out past the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 7. And we'll set up an important third down here early in the game. Fordham wants to keep possession. They went 3-and-out on their first drive.
You're going to like Luffridge, a very tough back. goes in between the tackles, plays good with his feet, and also plays with his head up. And then you've got that 3rd down and 3 situation. Again, if you're Fordham, you just got to find a way to kind of recover from that knockout punch.
Luffridge, a junior from Houston, 85 yards and a touchdown against Wagner last week.
Excuse me, a season ago they were 52% on 3rd down conversions, 87 of 166. Now this 3rd down is going to be a little longer.
Another penalty.
Offense, number 7, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Fordham, a spate of penalties early. That's the 2nd accepted penalty so far.
9 penalties last Saturday in a win against Wagner. 8 penalties the week before in a loss against Albany.
Montez throws. It's caught by Wright in the open field to the 45, and Wright tackled from behind just shy of midfield. Big pickup on 3rd down to the 49.
Now again, we talked about Wright in the open and being a very electric player, can get open. Plenty of time this time for Montez. Throws it to the outside. Ball hangs out. Not sure if he kind of shoved off just a little bit before he got the ball, but a big play nonetheless, as Caleb Oxford thought he got pushed.
22-yard gain, and Luffridge stopped immediately on 1st down.
If you're Fordham, you're accustomed to scoring fast, but you don't have to have a quick strike right now. You just got to establish some type of tempo, some rhythm.
UB's defensive coordinator, Robert Wright, talked about getting them behind the sticks, getting them out of their tempo so they can't dictate to us what they want to do on offense.
This is one of those situations now, 2nd down and 10.
Fakes the handoff, has time, steps up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. Held onto the ball a long time. George Wallow, senior from Columbia, Maryland.
George Wallow and a couple of his friends putting pressure on the quarterback, not allowing him to find anyone deep, and then able to run out of the pocket. Gets his hands on him and brings him down hard. Wallow 90, 98 Folsom. That's Folsom coming there too.
Jair Stevens, number 4, off the edge, a host of pass rushers, and will set up a 3rd and long, 3rd down and 18. Fordham with 4 receivers, 3 to the near side. It's going to be a running play for Luffridge. He's got some room. Luffridge, 1st down and more. Julius Luffridge's 2nd long 3rd down run conversion we've seen already.
This is one of the reasons that Fordham has such a devastating offense against you, because they spread you out. Offense does a nice job there, runs against the grain, cuts back up the field, gets just enough for the 1st down. Picks up about 22, 23 yards.
Marcus Fuqua, the safety, could not bring him down short of the 1st down marker. It's a shotgun snap. Montez, quick throw far side, caught by Mekhi Felton. And he pushes his way forward for a positive gain to the 28-yard line.
And when they play with 4 or sometimes 5 receivers in empty set, they spread you out. They take defensive players out of the box. So it's a one-on-one matchup for you. Fordham offensive line. They win that, they have success on offense.
Montez getting into a rhythm, hands it off to Luffridge. Tough yardage up the middle, a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. 3rd down coming up.
There's that little zone read. You kind of get to the mesh point, kind of see. It can be very deceptive. If you commit defensively, you can pull that out and take it around the wing. I already picked up a few yards in the game against Wagner. Let's see what happens there on this 3rd down. It's manageable.
Down 2 touchdowns. Could be 4 down territory already on 3rd and short. It doesn't matter. Luffridge, 1st down and dragged down by Fuqua inside the 20.
And again, by formation, you pull a man out of the box, and they're able to win that matchup once again. Nice job, offensive line there. You go in, pull inside there. Good job by Aloha, number 70, the right tackle. And you pick up a 1st down. And this is a good drive. This is a good way to answer back if you're Fordham.
Got to finish it with a touchdown, but a great answer so far. A couple of big conversions.
And notice only 2 guys, 2 linebackers in the box, everybody in man coverage to the outside.
It's Luffridge picking his way forward. And dragged down at the 14-yard line, a gain of 3 or 4. His offensive coordinator, Artis Celta, said he's hard to bring down. He's really improved his pad level. He used to run a little bit high. He's improved that aspect of his game.
Yeah, came in with 31 carries for $133 and a touchdown. But again, he's just getting better. He gets stronger as a runner at 6 feet, about 215 pounds.
Getting a lot of work here early on as they try to control the clock, as Luffridge will take the handoff again, and this time runs into a host of tacklers, fighting his way forward back to the line of scrimmage.
A good job there of penetration by Buffalo. 1, 2, 3. You've got to be solid tacklers against this Fordham team. And now at 3rd down and 7. A lot of things. I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those situations where you see your quarterback keep it. They go in the mesh point, try to go as long as you can, get those linebackers and DBs to have their eyes in the backfield, and then try to throw over them or around them. Blitz coming.
And Luffridge is snuffed out. Red Murdoch, a linebacker from Hopewell, Virginia, was not fooled on that play.
And you saw it, hope he read it, got right between the blockers, the A gap, and makes a solid play. And if you're Fordham, I think you do. You settle for the field goal.
4th down and 13. They'll bring out the Syracuse transfer, Brandon Peskin, 3rd year at Fordham. Started his career 2 hours down the road in Central New York. He is a senior. 2 out of 2 on field goals this season. This would be his longest, 38 yards. Kick is up. The kick is good. Brandon Peskin, 38-yard field goal, gets Fordham on the board. So Fordham did not cap it with a touchdown, but head coach Joe Conlon's Rams do get points on the board with a long drive. 14-3 Buffalo with the lead.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
My dad was a master mechanic for the city of Pittsburgh. I've learned over my life and through my father to find people that know what they're doing. Somebody honest, dependable, and reliable.
I love working on cars. It's my passion. Me and Bob met about 20 years ago here at Firestone.
To celebrate 20 years as a customer, we're sending Bob on an IndyCar race experience.
Oh, Chuck!
Hey, Bob.
Helping our neighbors since 1926. Firestone Complete Auto Care.
The chaos is coming, Guardian. I dare you to defy it.
On game day, you see our strength, but every day, we see yours.
We're always here to support you, doing what it takes.
No matter the battle you face.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
Fordham head coach Joe Conlon watches his team drive it down the field, settle for a 38-yard Brandon Peskin field goal to make it 14-3, and Peskin will kick it away from the 35. Cook and Harity back deep to receive. This will be Cook on the run at the 15. Cook heading far side. And dragged down, a good return out past the 30-yard line. Tackle made by Andrew Osman. Buffalo scored 2 for 2, scoring drive so far.
Just a nice offensive set there, goes in between the tackles and score there. After the block, you go up top, nice catch, plenty of room. And very impressive the way Buffalo has controlled the line of scrimmage, allowed your quarterback to throw the football, and your running backs have vision finding open holes.
Snyder, 5th-year senior from Lakewood, New York. Jamestown area, about 90 minutes south of here. Hands it off for Cook. And a short gain over the right side. Cole Snyder didn't play a lot at Rutgers, played 6 games at Rutgers back in 2021, transferred before last season back home to UB, started all 13 games a season ago. Buffalo had a good year last year. They lost their first 3 games of the season, including their FCS opponents against a very good Holy Cross team that threw a Hail Mary as time expired. But Buffalo won 7 of its last 10, including a win over Georgia Southern in the Camellia Bowl.
Very solid at the season went. They got to the bowl game, as you said, beat Georgia Southern in the Camellia Bowl. 305 yards he threw for in that upset loss against Holy Cross back last year. So guys got the numbers.
Good job by Fordham flowing to the ball after a gain of 2 on the run by Ron Cook, 5th-year senior from D.C.
A lot of names we'll call defensively for this Fordham team. One of those is Sam Burkle, number 99. He gets in there and kind of cleans up the play. Claudie Robinson, number 90, inside, goes about 320 pounds, a sophomore. They've got a very solid front. Keep your eye today on Jaworski, 34, the defensive end. Gets in, causes havoc, makes some plays, and this is a solid defensive secondary. They're going to be tested now, 3rd down and 6.
Chance for Fordham to force a 3-and-out. And get the ball back for its offense. Looked like a false start there for UB along the offensive line. Rich Edwards been busy with a lot of line infractions.
Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So that'll make it 3rd down and about 12, maybe 11, we'll call it.
Everybody kind of a little edgy right there.
3rd and 11 here.
So then let's see, in 3rd down, long situation, 3rd and obviously a passing situation. Will Fordham bring the house or drop back in coverage and guard the sticks? Regarding the sticks.
Throw over the middle, caught for a 1st down just shy of midfield. Cole Snyder put it on the money for Nick McMillan.
Robert, he really did. It's an excellent route there. Pressure, you pick up pressure there. Little in cut. You're protecting the stick, so you take it a little deeper between the linebacker and the defensive back. Excellent execution for Buffalo.
The Fordham defensive coordinator talked about Snyder's confidence. He knows where he's going with the ball. He looks like he's in complete control.
He follows his reads, does a great job of standing tall in the pocket, and throws a pretty football.
McMillan's 2nd catch of the season, redshirt freshman from right here in Buffalo. Cook trying to bounce it to the outside. Nifty spin move. Ron Cook, 1st down and more along the near sideline. Out of bounds just shy of the 25-yard line.
Again, footwork, vision. Nothing inside, bounces to the outside. Spins right there. Tucks it, protects the ball on the other side. 2 men to beat. They do a great job of bringing him down, but watch this. Watch that offensive line. Their surge allows him to make the plays, and you're in business once again.
Broke away, spun away from Nahil Perkins, a cornerback. 1st down from the 25. Play action. Plenty of time, throws over the middle. Caught for a short gain by the tight end Zion Carter, a grad transfer from Dartmouth.
Similar play to what ran for the touchdown a few moments ago. Was covered on the outside, had to go underneath to Carter.
Quick tempo here for Buffalo as Fordham does make a substitution in time. Snyder out of the shotgun. Carter goes in motion. The play clock is not running for what it's worth. It's stopped at 40.
Quarter.
You got it. End of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
Action-packed 1st quarter. Buffalo scores the first 2 times it had the ball. Peskin answers with a field goal for Fordham. 15 minutes down in the home opener for the Bulls. And Buffalo has a 14-3 lead.
The chaos is coming, Guardian. I dare you to defiance.
My dad was a master mechanic for the city of Pittsburgh. I've learned over my life and through my father to find people that know what they're doing. Somebody honest, dependable, and reliable.
I love working on cars. It's my passion. Me and Bob met about 20 years ago here at Firestone.
To celebrate 20 years as a customer, we're sending Bob on an IndyCar race experience.
Oh, Chuck!
Hey, Bob.
Helping our neighbors since 1926, Firestone Complete Auto Care.
My dad was a hard worker. He used to do side jobs, installing windows, charging something like $100 a window when other guys were charging $400 to $500. He just didn't want to do that. He was proud of the price he was charging. My dad instilled in me, always put the people before the money. Be proud of offering a good product at a fair price. I think he'd be extremely proud of me. Yeah.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
On game day, you see our strength, but every day, we see yours.
We're always here to support you, doing what it takes.
No matter the battle you face.
What I'm about to tell you is going to be hard to believe. I've been pulled through time, between the past and the present and the future.
Everything is turning to
That's right.
Round, around, and around we go.
All right, again.
Loki Season 2, streaming October 6th, only on Disney+.
Wow. Can luxury connoisseurs tell the difference between an expensive mascara and Lash Paradise? Are you ready to put your makeup expertise to the test?
This one is the more expensive one.
That one is Lash Paradise.
I am sold.
It's confirmed. You don't have to pay for Luxe results.
14-3 as we start the second quarter. Robert Lee, Stan Luter with you. Buffalo with the ball, hands it off for Cook, bouncing it outside to the right and driven out of bounds after picking up a first down along the far sideline. In the first quarter, Buffalo ran 15 plays for 145 yards, almost 10 yards a play. Snyder was surgical, 7 out of 8, 97 yards and a score.
And you think about what they've done offensively, and we talked about their diversity. 4 different guys for this Buffalo Bulls team caught passes in the 3 drives that they've had so far in this ball game.
Last week they had 12 different receivers catch a pass, which was a school record.
And you look at those numbers compared to the speaking last season, they had 16 different receivers. So again, spreading the ball around and guys making plays.
Snyder lofts it to the near corner. What a grab for a touchdown! DJ Harding makes it 20-3.
DJ Harding got that blue on, but this time it's for Buffalo, not from Duke, where he transferred. Had a big catch last Saturday, comes up with another. We had to look for a second because you've got the end zone for soccer, but he's well in, goes up high. Great concentration. He's got the foot down. See this little line right there to the first line?
It was confusing. I agree.
That's why I waited a second to see if he caught it, but he caught it with both feet in.
Cam Blair, the cornerback on the coverage, but DJ Johnson, his first touchdown catch of his career, and first in a Buffalo uniform. You mentioned a Duke transfer, grew up in Winter Garden, Florida, the Orlando area, a graduate student.
Yeah, he only had 3 catches in limited play last year. Played in 7 games, had 3 catches.
McNulty's kick is up. It is good. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns for UB, 21-3. Cole Snyder's second touchdown pass of the game. This one to DJ Harding, and the Bulls putting it on early.
Hercule Poirot, come with me to a seance.
Detective, you are here to discredit me, but I can talk to the dead.
Mom, what is happening?
Somebody has been murdered. A ghost killed her.
One of you is the killer. No one shall leave until I find her. If the living have been killed by the dead.
You were saying?
A Haunting in Venice. Rated PG-13. Now playing. Only in theaters.
Oh, man, the way Bryce is able to cover the whole field is incredible.
Yeah, he's really spreading it around.
You guys could help, you know.
Just doing our jobs, Bryce. Just doing our jobs.
Yeah, we're working too.
Is a new title really necessary?
Sir, after bestowing the gift of renting ease to millions, a bump is in order.
Okay, let's see. Oh, hey, what's this?
Lord of the Lease.
I'm not a hat person.
Yeah, no. Emperor of Renterers.
That's funny, no.
Rentar the Trusted.
I don't like it.
Oh, okay. Master of the Rental Sphere.
Wow. I don't know, is it too much? Apartments.com, a place to find a place.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. That's why Ace has free in-store and curbside pickup, or even same-day delivery from your locally owned neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. For the love of football, for the love of La Liga. Superb racing.
Buffalo on all cylinders right now, and they're looking good. Cole Snyder, 8 of 9, throwing 2 touchdown passes. Watch this, just going up high over the defender. Harding, kind of a little like a basketball play. That kind of boxes him out right there, just goes up and gets the inside play and gets the touchdown again. That's against a good defender, and Cameron Blair. And you've got to be impressed with the efficiency that you're seeing out of this Buffalo Bull offense.
Mo Linguist in his 3rd season as head coach of the Bulls. 4 wins his first year, 7 last year, and trying to pick up win number 1 this season. Still a long way to go. Second quarter just underway. Right back deep to receive at about the 10-yard line. The kick of Alex McNulty. Also, give credit to that UB offensive line, giving Snyder all day to throw.
It's an offensive line that averages about 315 pounds per man.
First chance to return for MJ Wright from the near corner, and he is swallowed up at the 15-yard line. Excellent coverage by the Bulls.
Close to blue shirts down there. Hitting the play, Jair Stevens, who's been active. But again, this is the drive that got Fordham going. Now, here's my question to you. Can they answer this? Can they be as efficient as they were? Because there was some rhythm. There's Lockwood with a nice run a moment ago. The drive stalls, but you like the tempo that you saw out of this Fordham Ram team. A team, as we mentioned earlier, had over 58 touchdown passes thrown a season ago.
And we're going to talk about that because Fordham put up video game numbers last year.
Didn't they?
Luffridge has 45 yards on 9 carries so far. This will be a keeper by Montez, and he's dropped after a short gain. I mean, the numbers that Fordham put up last season were ridiculous. They were historic. They scored 50 points a game, which was 2nd in the country, and they led the country with 609 yards a game, 414 through the air.
Mike Prado said he didn't want to hear anything about that right now. It was a very solid open field tackle.
All those marks were among the 6 best in FCS history. And the architect of that was longtime starting quarterback Tim DeMorat, who finished 2nd for the Walter Payton Award given to the best offensive player in FCS. He's the Patriot League's all-time leader in completions, yards, and touchdowns. He was in camp with the Washington Commanders for a bit this summer. I mean, those are huge numbers, 50 points a game.
And very explosive in the second quarter last year. Scored 191 points in the second.
Montez on the run, looking for the first down, and he's got it. Huge conversion by Montez using his feet to the 28-yard line.
Well, his versatility, that's one thing that they did not have last year out of the quarterback spot. Feels pressure to the inside, goes there, knows exactly what he's got to have for the first down, slides, doesn't want to take a hit. But I like the poise that Montez is playing with. 25 carries this year, 14 yards, but a lot of that's been the sacks, like we mentioned. Took 8 sacks in their loss to Albany 2 weeks ago.
Fresh set of downs for the Rams. Fakes the handoff. Montez throwing deep down the near side. MJ Wright. He has got it! Inside the 30. Loses his balance, but a huge gain for the Rams.
Rob, you're seeing some excellent quarterbacks making plays, but some really fantastic wide receivers. Just a little jiggle route to the inside, and the only thing that kept him from scoring was the marker there in the middle of the field that says Mac.
He had
play by Wright.
Several steps on Demetrius Harris, the defender. Huge gain for Fordham, best play of the game to the 26-yard line. Montez keeps trying to get away, breaks the tackle, and then tripped up after a gain of 1. MJ Wright, no surprise, preseason All-American, second-team All-Patriot League each of the last 2 years, a third-year starter.
Couldn't get to the outside. A nice job of containing that time by Buffalo. And you got to make those type of plays, and that's exactly what happened. Big tackle there. Makes some sense on Brazil.
Play action. Nice catch over the middle for another first down inside the 10. It's Garrett Cody, a fifth-year senior.
Really like Garrett Cody.
Nice pass.
Another possession, exactly. A nice possession receiver again. Finding those little seams in the zone. The play fake holds him, throws it right there, right on the money. Very accurate throw, again, by C.J. Montez.
Into the red zone, first and goal from just inside the 10. Fakes the handoff, throws to the near corner. Mekhi Felton, he's got it for the touchdown. Fordham with the big answer.
Mekhi Felton, 7 receptions coming into this afternoon's ball game. Just a perfect corner route. Only one person's going to get that ball, and that's going to be Felton. Very good throw, even better catch. Concentrate, feet down, know you're going to get hit, gets the touchdown.
What an answer by the Rams. Down 21-3 to start the drive. They march all the way down the field, and C.J. Montez has gotten into a good rhythm as they'll line up for the extra point. And having some trouble getting the correct personnel onto the field. There's 6 on the play clock. They should probably take a timeout. Down to 3 on the play clock here. They're not going to get the playoff in time. And it's going to be a delay of game.
And that's Peskin. You know, we talked.
Number 31. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
We talked about McNulty being a solid kicker. Peskin as well. 75 out of 76 out of 77, I should say, point after touchdowns last year. That's a lot of point after touchdowns.
A huge number.
A lot.
But he missed 3 last week.
Yeah, but we're not worried about last week right now. We're talking about what he did last year. I mean, come on, 75 out of 70.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But you're right.
He puts this one right down the middle. Fordham with the outstanding answer. C.J. Montez puts it on the money to Mekhi Felton, senior from Baltimore, 2nd of the season, 8th of his career, 21-10.
We got a Subaru Forester Wilderness to discover all the places that make us feel something more.
Subaru is the National Park Foundation's largest corporate donor, helping expand access for all.
I hope you know there are millions feeling just like you.
Lost.
Surrounded by darkness.
But we want you to know it's okay to lean on others.
Talk to a friend.
To ask for help.
Whether you're a
mentor, teammate,
mom.
It doesn't matter who you are. We are all bonded together and trying to overcome this stigma.
Kicking the
stigma.
So gentle.
Is a new title really necessary?
Sir, after bestowing the gift of renting ease to millions, a bump is in order.
Okay, let's see.
Master of the rental sphere.
Wow. Oh, is it too much? Apartments.com, a place to find a place.
For the love of football, for the love of La Liga.
The Fordham faithful have seen the Rams go down the field and cut the lead to 21-10. Peskin will kick it away to Cook and Harity. This will be Cook from the 8. Picking his way forward, he's into the coverage zone. He beats the kicker, and he's wrestled out of bounds. A penalty's coming up across midfield. And not a good place for pushing and shoving over there along the Fordham bench. But a big return by Cook.
Special teams have really been on point this afternoon. Actually, both guys got a little
could be
face
offsetting.
There.
Yeah,
but I think that's what they're talking about. But again, started the inside, got to the outside. That's Carter, 82.
Personal foul, face mask, team number 32. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Yeah, usually in that situation, they get the first person if both are, if it's simultaneously. In that situation, it wasn't. So you really the consent for the protective mode.
So a huge return by Cook. Add on 15 yards, takes it to the 28-yard line where Snyder, who's been very good so far, he's only had one incompletion and only 28 yards to go to try to make it 4 for 4 for touchdown drives. Washington is the back. Snyder rolls out to his left. All sorts of time. Throws back to the far side. Broken up, incomplete, almost intercepted. On the coverage, Stephen Williams II, a fifth-year senior from Jacksonville.
Love the action. This ball just stays in the air just a little too long. Williams is able to recover and got his hand on it as he's falling down. Ran a little wheel route out of the backfield, get the back there, and it just stays there. If you lead the ball, if you throw it to the corner, you may get 6, but if you don't, if you're late throwing, it's going to be intercepted. Fortunately, it wasn't for Buffalo, but Fordham makes a good defensive play there.
Williams had an interception last week, has 7 in his career. Snyder throws into the flat, caught. Harity burrows his way forward just shy of the 20-yard line.
One of the things you like about this offensive set for Buffalo is they use a lot of receivers and they use them out of the backfield. They use their slot guys a lot. Harity's a very good possession receiver at that time. You know, third down there on about a short 4.
Now, Buffalo has an excellent kicker, Alex McNulty, well within his range here, but they'd like to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Yeah, if you're Buffalo, you're thinking score. Move.
One of the offensive linemen, Isaiah Wright, goes into motion. Isaiah Wright's lined up in the slot to the right. It's a timeout, Buffalo. I don't know if he was supposed to do that. I think he was.
Yeah, it was a trick. You're trying to overload one side. But you have to make certain everybody's on the line of scrimmage. He was in designated. All he was he moved from his inside tackle spot to the outside. That's really what it was. But it gives you a little eye candy there.
Buffalo timeout.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. That's why Ace has free in-store and curbside pickup, or even same-day delivery from your locally owned neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
We got a Subaru Forester Wilderness to discover all the places that make us feel something more.
Subaru is the National Park Foundation's largest corporate donor, helping expand access for all.
When you can save on Target's Good and Gather groceries and all the fall flavors. When quality ingredients bring more to the table. And when you're serving up taste they love at low prices, that's totally Target.
With Asana, it's easy to monitor projects across teams and track status and progress at a glance. So you and your team can make smart decisions faster. Try it for free at asana.com.
My dad would always send me this picture of this lion, and it's all scarred up on his face. Yes, it's beaten up. Yes, it's scarred, but it's still the king of the jungle. There's things that I've walked through, and hard times, and the losses, and the injuries. It's a reminder to me. You may go through certain things. You may get beaten up, but you get up, you level up, and you're ready to compete and do it all over again.
Back here in Buffalo, 3rd down and 4. Cole Snyder alone in the backfield. Designed run, bounces it outside to the left, has a 1st down, and will be undercut awkwardly at the 16-yard line. He does spring right up, tackle made on the play by Parker Spillers.
Snyder recognized the middle was there and it quickly closed. Didn't like that hit he took at the end of that play just because of where it was. It was a clean hit, but you don't want to see your quarterback taking necessary hits. That's why I was happy he went out of the middle and popped to the outside. But nevertheless, 1st down for Buffalo.
Got hit right around the knees as Snyder takes the shotgun snap, pressure coming off the edge, screen pass, caught nicely. Over on the far side is Washington, and he's close to a 1st down. Nice one-handed grab from Mike Washington, 23 catches a season ago.
And this ball just gets away from him just a little bit, but a nice little catch there by Washington. A guy that had a couple of catches last year, has one already, and just snags it in and keeps this offensive machine moving.
Quick snap, Washington bounces it to the right and picks up a yard or 2 on the play. Fordham's got to get something other than a touchdown out of this drive. They've given up a touchdown every time Buffalo's had the ball so far, and they're about 5 yards away from doing it again.
And as much as Fordham scored last year, they were 7th best in the Patriot League, which was last in red zone defensive efficiency a season ago. So they've got to find a way to stop Buffalo on this drive.
2nd and goal from the 5. Up the middle, Washington. He is brought down after a gain of maybe 2. And this, again, will set up a big 3rd down here for Fordham's defense. They've got to get a stop here.
If I'm Buffalo right now, I'm Coach Magnus and crew, you're running inside the tackles behind Isaiah Wright, number 74. Another one of those preseason all-conference performer. Another kid that transferred actually from Rutgers. And you just kind of look at him, follow him. He'll get you to the pay dirt.
Bunch set here as they've got everybody within about 5 yards of the ball. And it's a handoff. Washington did not get there. He stopped about a foot short. Decision time for Mo Linguist.
Oh, you go for this if you're Buffalo. Great job inside there, clogging things up. We haven't talked a lot about it, but we mentioned Jaworski. He gets some help that time.
And Fordham had to call a timeout there because they were very late, getting about 6 guys onto the field. Good move by Joe Conlon calling a timeout
30 seconds.
Because they were completely unprepared for that 4th and goal play.
Yeah, Jaworski, Cam Blair, among others, making that stop. And again, I think they wanted to make sure, okay, what do we have our goal line set? So taking that timeout is a good decision. Watch inside, plugging a hole there, bounces inside. Meet him at the pass. And that's a good job by Williams again. Williams, we've already talked about making some plays, and that's great. Great teamwork there. One guy hits him, another guy brings him down.
Williams, all preseason All-Patriot League, led the team in interceptions and pass breakups last year, but that time sticking his 175-pound frame in there and keeping the man out of the end zone.
This is a team that will bend but won't break. And again, they gave up about 36, 37 points a game last year, but they outscored you like we alluded to earlier, scored almost 50 points a ball game a season ago, the Rams from Fordham.
In their FCS game last year, they lost to Ohio 59-52.
Yeah, last possession.
Washington out of the Wildcat. Takes the direct snap, bouncing it outside to the right. He's brought down. Fordham was not fooled, and they will get the ball on downs.
When you watch this play, two things to keep in mind. Great, the penetration of the wide search, and watch 23, Preto, come inside there. Submarines, he gets the first hit, and then he gets helped by a couple of teammates. But a nice job defensively there. You need a stand, you get a stand. Parker Spillers along the way, number 29.
Huge play by Preto, a sophomore from Montclair, New Jersey. Sliced in and brought Washington down in the Wildcat direct snap. And Fordham finally gets his first stop of the game. Now they're at their own 3-yard line, but they get the ball back down by 11. Just past the midway point of the second quarter.
Well, you've been able to run the football somewhat if you're Fordham, so you don't want to make a mistake deep in your end zone. If you try to pass, don't hold in the end zone. It'll be a safety. Just pound this out.
Montez throws the slant, almost intercepted. Ooh. And the receiver is slow to get up. Devin Grant delivered the blow, and the Fordham receiver is down.
Dangerous pass.
Garrett Cody, the receiver.
This could have easily been intercepted and taken back for a short pick 6.
Grant is fired up, sophomore from Elmont, New York. We will step aside as they tend to Cody.
With Armor All stain-repelling technology, it's easy to everyday proof your car.
Thank you so much.
No matter how tough the job is. Armor All technology. Less work, more clean.
Oh, man, the way Bryce is able to cover the whole field is incredible.
Yeah, he's really spreading it around.
You guys could help, you know.
Just doing our jobs, Bryce. Just doing our jobs.
Yeah, we're working too.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I'm positive.
I mean, I love that you're trying to help, but why this way?
Because there's a lot going on in the world, and this is how I can help. So, what do you think?
With Asana, it's easy to monitor projects across teams and track status and progress at a glance, so you and your team can make smart decisions faster. Try it for free at asana.com.
To shave or not to shave? Shave. It's true. To shave or not to shave? That.
It's hard to put it into words. When I tried, life felt absurd. You left the roots of my soul. I tell myself not to lose control. I'll take it slow, but it's hard to do when you're lying like me on a line like you. You got the hands.
Walmart Plus members save on delivery, gas, plus so much more. Join today.
At Bellegarde, outdoor living and hardscape design are all about bringing you moments like these. Create your space. Create your moments with Bellegarde Rooms.
Tennessee, Florida, Colorado State, Colorado, tonight on ESPN.
The last time Fordham had the ball, they went 7 plays, 89 yards for a score, and quarterback C.J. Montez started to find a good rhythm.
Good decisions with his legs, putting balls in perfect places. Hope Cody will be okay. They're going to need him. This is a nice throw. Only one person can get it. and that was Felton, and he goes in for 6.
Montez deep for Wright, who almost made a juggling catch out past the 40-yard line. That ball hung up there for a long time. Wright almost came down with it between two Buffalo defenders.
Not a big kid, only about 6 feet tall, but so athletic. Runs a nice route, just throw it down there. And again, this is one that just kind of hung in the air just a little bit, but nearly comes up with an acrobatic catch.
Devin Grant coming over from the safety position does set up a 3rd and 10 from the 3-yard line. They've been aggressive on this drive, throwing 2 passes. Cody did walk off the field after he was shaken up.
Screen game, something short.
Fake the handoff, throw over the middle. It's caught by Cody, who's back in the game for a first down out past the 20.
Excellent possession receiver. You're thinking short passing to maybe give yourself some time to get the first down. Cody runs about 13-yard in route, takes a defender out of the way with the first receiver, and there he is. It's a nice catch.
Cody has been a big play receiver in his career, averaging 18.5 yards per reception. Luffridge, they give it to him. Luffridge breaks into the open field. Luffridge keeps his balance for a first down out to the 35-yard line.
Well, we talked about it early in this ball game, and it's worth stating again. You have to hit Julius Luffridge solid and often. You can't arm tackle him. Watch the strength right there. Gets away, bounces to the outside. You can't get him down like that. You got to bring him down. Fortunately, they were able to trip him up.
Devin Grant saved what would have been a huge gain as they hand it off to Luffridge again. Big gain, Luffridge across midfield. One-on-one with a defender and brought down to the 35-yard line. 30-yard gain for Luffridge.
Luffridge had a couple of big rushing games last year, not over 100, had 85 against Wagner and a touchdown. Having a big night tonight. Great job by the offensive line of Fordham, finding holes, going inside, picking up first downs.
Ran for 940 yards last year. Montez steps up in the pocket, trying to get away, flag down. Montez down at the 33. In the area of holding. Rich Edwards,
Holding.
our referee.
Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Captain Ryan Joyce, the right guard.
Take a look here.
Yeah, he tackles.
Clearly can see the hole there, brought him down, and you were getting some momentum, but still, okay, it's first down, 1st and 20, but still, if you're Fordham, you're establishing some running. And again, what did we say? If you can run the football, that's going to make the passing game a lot better.
And don't forget, this drive started on the 3-yard line, so this is already a victory just getting the ball all the way to the other side of the field.
Top of your screen.
High snap, handoff, new running back, pushing his way for about 8 or 9 was Jacob Rodriguez, a freshman from Kearney, New Jersey.
Yeah, they're really high on Rodriguez. Came in last week and had a couple carries, 6 carries, 40 yards, and got in the happy zone. And he's a guy that can go in between the tackles, not quite as quick and powerful yet as Luffridge, but they think that he's going to have the potential to be that kind of guy. Just got to get more repetitions and adjust to the college game.
Gets a lot of that penalty yardage back. Rodriguez stays in to the right of Montez. It is a handoff for Rodriguez, and he's brought down. Good work along the UB defensive line. Tackle made there by defensive end C.J. Bazile.
I like Bazile. Watch this. Just runs down the line of scrimmage, gets some help there. And now a big 3rd down call for Fordham.
Probably too far for a field goal here. So, yeah, if you can get any sort of gain, you're probably going to go for it on 4th down. This would be about a 55-yard field goal from here. Montez. Ooh, diving attempt for the catch. He's got it. About a yard short of the first down, M.J. Wright. He was blanketed in coverage.
Step up.
I mean, that ball was right where it had to be. Oh, he got that foot down. But it's still 4th and 1, but they did pick up 11 on the play, and they'll set up for a quarterback sneak. The Philadelphia Eagles rugby scrum. They move it forward to the 25, which in theory should be enough for the first down. It is. And that play is becoming so common now where you just snap it and then you just have 3 guys push the quarterback forward on the QB sneak. Jalen Hurts, the purveyor of that in the NFL, and Joyce, the right guard, just hobbled off the field, number 65. A 3-year starter just went to the sideline. But it is a 1st and 10 with just over 3 minutes left to go in the first half. 2 stacked receivers to each side. Fakes the handoff. Throws deep, far side for Wright. Incomplete. Good battle there with Caleb Offord, a transfer from Notre Dame in his 2nd year at UB.
Recognize it was a single high safety. Thrown away from that. That's a nice throw. Just not able to bring that down. Offord on good coverage. But when you're in that stacked set, it's imperative that you as a safety don't let anybody over the top of you. Offord does a good job. Offord does a great job there of playing bump and run and then turning his shoulders and recognizing where the football is.
Timeout is called.
Buffalo.
By UB, their second.
30 seconds.
30-second timeout. What are your impressions of C.J. Montez?
I'm impressed with both quarterbacks, but Montez, because he's picking up where he left off last Saturday, very efficient. And remember, he didn't play a lot when he was at New Mexico, so you transferred. You had some big shoes to fill. So you played against an Albany team, got to get your rhythm. And I like his decision-making. I like he throws a tight football. And I like the fact that when they were down 14-0, he didn't try to get it all back in one play.
The player they thought was going to be their starting quarterback to replace DeMorad actually transferred to Old Dominion when the offensive coordinator went there. They had a different quarterback decommit after the new year, so they needed somebody to come in right at the start of the 2nd semester. The offensive coordinator had a friend who was CJ's quarterback coach out in California. He went into the portal. They contacted him that day, got him on a visit to New York City in January. He committed on the visit, and he's now starting for the Fordham Rams. A 3rd-year sophomore from Pasadena, California. Takes the shotgun snap, throws far side, caught by the tight end, turns upfield, sliding down was Jeff Ciccio. Just short of the first down, a couple of yards short.
Playing Ciccio outside. Nice little outright. Feet go out from under him, so he's going to be just short of the first down. But another sure-handed big tight end for this Fordham Ram squad.
5th-year senior, a gain of 8 from just south of Boston, Bridgewater, Mass. 3rd and 2. Coming up on 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Have to get to the 15. Montez throws the screen. It is caught by Cody for a first down to the 13. He beats Clevester Hines, the cornerback.
And by formation, they put pressure on the quarterback. You throw away from the blitz. Nice little pitch and catch. You've got an excellent receiver in Cody. Knew exactly what he needed for the first down and stayed low, protect himself and the ball.
Fresh set of downs from the 14-yard line. Fordham down by 11. Fake the handoff. Montez throws far corner. Mekhi Felton for the touchdown. 2nd of the game, Mekhi Felton, 21-16.
They put Felton in the slot, and they run a little slot corner route. He works himself to the inside and then back to the outside. You may not get to see the entire route, but he throws it. See, all the space there is because he started in the inside, boom, pops out. You're in man coverage. It's a perfect throw. You ask what are your impressions of Montez? Better and better and better.
He put that in the breadbasket of Mekhi Felton, a senior from Baltimore, his 2nd touchdown catch of the quarter. And Brandon Peskin's extra point makes it 21-17 here late in the first half.
And just think back to that goal line stand a few moments ago that Fordham had. That really set things up. Here we go. Little Wildcat set, makes a big stop. And now you've got momentum. A huge 3rd down catch by Cody. Bam. Give it to your running back. Break hole that time, but Lockford just continues to run 30, 35 yards. Few plays later, sets it up. You see how he looked him off? Look to the right, throws it left. Another big catch by Wright. And then this is a perfectly thrown ball. All you've got to do is just wait for it to come down. And touchdown, Fordham. It's a nice look again. And you saw he had coverage, but he had the outside shoulder. He had the inside there. So what he was doing was protecting the football from the defensive back. If he breaks it up, it's going to be pass interference. Perfectly thrown ball once again by the sophomore C.J. Montez.
97-yard touchdown drive for the Rams of the FCS. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put it at the 25. We hadn't even taken a commercial and Buffalo was up 14-0 in this game. Now Fordham has steadied itself. They have come back to pull within 4. Don't forget they won the opening. They won the coin toss, so they'll get the ball to start the second half as well. Buffalo's got a minute 53 with it here.
And that's why when they were faced with adversity in their goal line down 14-0, you really saw some leadership and poise out of Montez. Did not try to get it all back in one play. Got him a field goal, and then they kind of lit the switch.
Snyder pressured, and this could be grounding coming up here as there was nobody in the area as he threw the ball out of bounds. The officials reaching for his flag.
Did it cross the line of scrimmage? Was he outside the tackle box? The answer is no.
It's going to be intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 15. The penalty is loss of down at the spot of the foul, second down.
Yeah, Daryl Harding was right at the numbers about the 35-yard line. That was the closest player, and that was he would have never gotten that. So that's not a hard call for the officials.
That was a 14-play, 97-yard drive for Fordham to pull within 4. It's a loss of down, second down and 16 here. Buffalo has 1 timeout left. Snyder, plenty of time, and he just throws it into the ground, trying to set up the screen pass for Cook. It did not develop.
And as explosive as Fordham is, this is a big third down for the Rams. Stop them. You've got plenty of time to be able to score. Got to make a smart call if you're at Buffalo.
Fordham has 2 timeouts left. As this drive is going backwards so far, they'll bunch the set to the right with 1 receiver split out to the left. Good protection. Now Snyder looks like he's going to try to run for it, and he's going to go down at the 20. Timeout Fordham with a minute 37 left to go in the first half.
Do you feel the momentum swinging another way now? The defense has stood up, made a couple of plays. That was a huge stop. And with a minute 37 seconds to go and a couple of timeouts, plenty of time for Fordham. Fordham's a team last year that scored 26 touchdowns, 2 minutes or less. Okay, so this is right in their wheelhouse right now. Buck 39.
Anthony Veneri on to punt it for the first time today from his own 5-yard line. Back deep to receive for Fordham. The punt. Fair catch called for by Cole Thornton, and he makes it at about the 40-yard line. Again, Fordham is an FCS school, which means they only get 63 scholarships compared to the FBS 85 scholarships. But Fordham has had some success against FBS teams. We mentioned that game last year, scored 52 points, still lost, but beat Army back in 2015 as well as Temple in 2013.
Yeah, they don't have the numbers, but they have depth, and that's something very important. Also, they've got a lot of kids that have transferred in from bigger programs where they had very, very valuable contributions. So again, you can't necessarily, all FCS, FBS games aren't created equal.
And keep in mind, UB lost its FCS game to Holy Cross last year here and lost to Albany in 2016. Another huge hole for Luffridge. Breaking tackles across midfield. Luffridge to the 40-yard line. A gain of 20 and a first down.
But when you see plays like what Luffridge just did, and you see the offensive line get off the ball, it doesn't matter. It's football right now. FCS, NFL, CBS, ABC, it don't matter. You got to make plays, and they're doing that.
Montez keeps and slides down, tumbles forward to the 32. Now the clock running, still plenty of time here. Minute 10 to go. They have 1 timeout remaining.
The offensive line of Fordham has really taken control of this football game, allowing Montez to make some decisions, either run or pass. And they've not done this by holding or anything. They're holding their grind.
Under a minute to go before halftime. Fordham with 1 timeout left. Here comes the blitz. Montez, it's picked up, throws over the middle, caught, racing to the far side and picking up the first down to the 25-yard line was KJ Reed. First time we've called his name.
Yeah, another young player, plenty of time. Montez just stays in the pocket. Nice little slant route, gets you a first down. Clock will start. Remember, the clock stops in the 2 minutes on all first downs.
Throw into the end zone. Broken up, incomplete, intended for MJ Wright. Coverage there by Caleb Offord. Those two have been going at it.
They really have. They really have. That's a nice throw. That's a nice throw. Steps in there, puts air under the ball. A good defensive play.
2 guys going after the ball there. Offord, senior from South Haven, Mississippi, just south of Memphis, Tennessee. Second down and 10.
I'm sorry. Pass this long is 52 yards. So if you're Fordham, one thing you don't want to do in passing, take a sack.
Montez, they're going to have to call a timeout here as he's taken down for a 2-yard loss. They have 1 timeout left. They'll call it here. The final timeout with 24 seconds left. As you said, Peskin, the kicker, was second team All-Patriot League last year, led the Patriot League in scoring. As you mentioned, made 76 extra points last year. 14 of 19 on field goals in his career. And this is kind of right at about his range here. This would be about a 39-yard field goal if they weren't to pick up any yardage on third down.
And because you've got a solid kicker, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if on Fordham you throw the ball maybe to the sticks, maybe try to stretch the defense, see if you can bust one right now. As we were saying a moment ago, under 2 minutes now, the clock stops like we were accustomed to over the last few years on a first down. So again, if you can get the first down, you still have time to run a play and maybe get your field goal team up. The thing you cannot do if you're Fordham, take a sack.
Keep in mind they don't have any timeouts left. Montez throws, it's incomplete. That'll stop the clock and set up a field goal try.
That's okay. That was a safe play.
And he'll set up what should be about a 44-yard field goal attempt.
Your screen. See now, if you get that, he picks up a few yards, he goes down, you'll still have time to get your field goal team off. Now with the incompletion, same thing if we were talking about the slant or the over the top. So you got a guy that's a solid kicker, well within his range.
Peskin's career-long 39 yards. This would be a new career-long 44-yard attempt from the left hash. Kick is up. It's got the distance. It is good. Career-long 44-yard field goal for Brandon Peskin, and it's 21-20. With just 15 seconds left in the first half. Fordham's moving the ball consistently now on the ground and through the air.
Mixing it up. Going inside the offensive line, you got to give him a lot of credit. You can run the football all afternoon long with those holes, and then when you fake inside, you've got a quarterback that's making decisions, protects yourself and goes down. Underneath the receivers, Reed, the freshman, gets in, makes a play. This is a nice throw right here. Better defended. Smart plays here. Tough tackle. And it sets up the field goal. And it's good.
Second field goal of the game for Peskin as the fair catch is called for. And they will take over from the 25 in what would seem to be a likely take a knee situation with only 15 seconds left to go in the first half. Would need at least 40 yards to set up a field goal with only time for maybe 3 plays. And it looks like they're going to line up to run a regular play here.
You go. You try to take a shot right now if you can. Wouldn't be surprised if this just jumped this off also.
Some sort of running play. Nope. Snyder's back to pass. Dumps it off, as you said, to Washington. He's just short of the first down, so the clock will continue to run with 6 seconds left. Buffalo has 1 timeout left. They won't use it. That'll be a stat pattern for Mike Washington, a 9-yard reception. That's the end of an exciting first half. Buffalo jumped out to a 21-3 lead, but 17 unanswered points by Fordham in the second quarter. It's 21-20. Joe Conlon's got to be thrilled as the Rams head to the locker room. Exciting first half. Mekhi Felton, 2 touchdowns from C.J. Montez. 21-20. Halftime is coming up.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
The chaos is coming, Guardian. I dare you to defy it.
At Doth's, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough. So they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good. Doth's, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
My dad was a master mechanic for the city of Pittsburgh. I've learned over my life and through my father to find people that know what they're doing. Somebody honest, dependable, and reliable.
I love working on cars. It's my passion. Me and Bob met about 20 years ago here at Firestone.
To celebrate 20 years as a customer, we're sending Bob on an IndyCar race experience.
Oh, Chuck! Hey, Bob.
Helping our neighbors since 1926. Firestone Complete Auto Care.
Young lady who was mid-30s, a couple of kids, recently went through a divorce. So she had a lot of questions when she came in. I watched my mother go through being a single mom. At the end of the day, my mom raised 3 children, including myself. And so once the client knew that she was heard, we were able to help her move forward. Your client won't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
To help Jersey Mike's tell everyone all about Short Points, we hired magician Justin Willman to spread the word.
Adding chips and drinks to your order just got you closer to a free sub.
Oh, thanks. Oh, this one's mine.
Customer reactions have been mixed.
Don't forget this.
Oh, good call. Thanks.
Ooh.
Oh. Maybe we should have just bought a billboard.
Download the My Mike's app and magically earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, sip, and chip you purchase.
I hope you know there are millions feeling just like you.
Lost. Surrounded by darkness.
But we want you to know it's okay to lean on others.
Talk to a friend.
To ask for help.
Whether you're a
mentor, teammate,
mom.
It doesn't matter who you are, we are all bonded together in trying to overcome this stigma.
Kicking
the stigma.
Today, foodies everywhere are combining new ingredients with old favorites. That's why they're using Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning blends. They add big flavor to your favorite recipes, and that's worth sharing. Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great.
Halftime here in Buffalo as it's a battle of the Empire State. The Fordham Rams visiting the Buffalo Bulls. Fordham traveled up yesterday, drove about 6 hours from the Bronx all the way up here to Western New York. They're chartering a flight back home from the Buffalo airport immediately following the game. Still 30 minutes to play. We'll come back and take a look at first half highlights and much more.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
Chaos is coming, Guardian. I dare you to defy it.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry with a biometric security system. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
My dad was a master mechanic for the city of Pittsburgh. I've learned over my life and through my father to find people that know what they're doing. Somebody honest, dependable, and reliable.
I love working on cars. It's my passion. Me and Bob met about 20 years ago here at Firestone.
To celebrate 20 years as a customer, we're sending Bob on an IndyCar race experience.
Oh, Chuck!
Hey, Bob.
Helping our neighbors since 1926. Firestone Complete Auto Care.
Some people just know that's not gonna fit. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
That's not gonna fit.
What's that?
You need another 4 inches.
Do you work here?
Nope. I just saw you there and I thought I'd save you the trouble.
Nana.
She's a human measuring tape, and she knows Allstate is the right fit for her.
It's not gonna fit. That's not gonna fit.
What?
Steven.
Some people just know.
Well played. Well played, my friend.
Those are the people who know you're in good hands with Allstate.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Hurry up, Dad.
I'm trying. This cheap stuff is too thin.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Ah, my bottom's been saved. Woo-hoo!
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort.
What's everybody waiting for? This?
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
And for shower fresh, clean feeling, try Charmin flushable wipes.
I hope you know there are millions feeling just like you.
Lost.
Surrounded by darkness.
But we want you to know it's okay to lean on others.
Talk to a friend.
To ask for help.
Whether you're a
Mentor.
Teammate.
mom,
It doesn't matter who you are, we are all bonded together and trying to overcome this stigma.
Kicking the stigma.
Today, foodies everywhere are combining new ingredients with old favorites. That's why they're using Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning blends. They add big flavor to your favorite recipes, and that's worth sharing. Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great.
Back here at UB Stadium in Western New York, halftime between Fordham and Buffalo. Non-scholarship athletes or walk-ons are a critical part of every Division I program. They don't get the national recognition, but their teammates know their value to a program.
He is the most selfless teammate I've ever been associated with.
They're all in. They go all out.
Earned, not given. We talk about it all the time.
When a walk-on finds out that their talent and effort are being rewarded with a scholarship,
We've never had a walk-on make that wall.
the moment is always made more memorable by the reaction from their teammates.
We still haven't, because he's going to put on stuff.
But this off-season, on this campus, it was the action of one teammate that made the moment possible.
If guys don't have each other's backs, then I really don't think that you truly are a team. Everybody matters.
Eastern Michigan offensive lineman Zach Conti has spent the last 4 years as an Eagles walk-on. But headed into the 2023 season, he was getting first-team reps and was the projected starter at left tackle.
He doesn't bring attention to himself. He just goes about his work. He's made a massive commitment to be here.
Over the years, Zach has come up with different ways to cover his college expenses and keep his football dreams alive.
Okay, here we go.
I've been working landscaping ever since 2019. It's been like my most consistent income. I also rip out tile for my father and then rip out carpet as well. And I've also donated plasma before. It was exhausting, but I knew I wanted to play football, so it was all this is what I got to do it.
We'd see him come home at night with wheelbarrows or, mounds of dirt in the back end of his truck. He was going to walk away and probably jump into the transfer portal to see if a smaller division would help him with scholarships.
Two-time captain and right tackle Brian Dooley has been on scholarship and a starter for the Eagles since 2019.
Zach is not the person to ask for help. I told him, I was like, good things are going to come, just keep working.
We're at 85 scholarships, and no matter how many times or how many years I go to the NCAA and say, yeah, but man, I'm just telling you, we need 86. The answer is no. You have 85. Until Brian Dooley comes into my office.
Zach, still having a walk-on as your starting left tackle, it just didn't sit well with me. I knew I had to do something for him to help him out.
And he said, Coach, I am willing to give up my scholarship and to give it to Zach Hunt. Where are you, Dooley?
Yeah, see?
Let's go!
First thing he said to me was, love you, brother. And I said, love you back. It was an unbelievable moment.
I mean, it wasn't, a folded piece of paper that said, surprise. I mean, it was the scholarship. So it was awesome.
I just wanted to say I love all you guys. Brian, I appreciate you so much, brother. That's what it mattered.
Some people say, why do it? And it was because I know Zach. And I'd do it again for him. He's a brother to me. I just couldn't let him walk away from something that he's built here.
Eastern Michigan on the road at Minnesota tonight. Here in Buffalo, we'll break down the first half when we return.
Hello, welcome. Good morning, welcome to QT.
At Quick Trip, we do offer everything. I mean, have you seen our menus?
But we have more than that.
The people make the place. The warmth I experience here, I don't experience anywhere else.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time. QT, more than a gas station.
With Asana, it's easy to monitor projects across teams and track status and progress at a glance, so you and your team can make smart decisions faster. Try it for free at asana.com.
Lowe's knows you want the best quality products for the best price. And when you save more on the things you need, you can get more for things you want. That's why if you find the same product for less, we'll match it. Shop now with the confidence of our lowest price guarantee.
I'm not one of those players that can kind of just sit back and enjoy the ride. I'm always trying to find an edge, always breaking down the film, always trying to get better for the next game. UFOS is one of those things that I take value in. And when I'm done with the game, I put my UFOS on. I'm making a conscious effort to recover. The quicker you can recover, the quicker you can be back out there playing 100%. UFOS definitely helped me recover faster.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick and try Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks vapors.
With college football on ESPN+, you get the best teams and the biggest conferences, and so much college football action from across the country. So sign up now at ESPNplus.com.
Superb racing. Yes, guys.
Football is back. Got your new fantasy team name? Check. Grill? Check. Fancy grill? Check. Troy and Joe? Check. Bro and bro? Check. All the emotions? All season long? Check, baby.
With college football on ESPN+, you get the defending champs, Boomer Sooner, the Horned Frogs, Death Valley, the Swamp. It's the best teams and the biggest conferences.
Can you believe this?
And so much college football action from across the country. So So sign up now at espnplus.com.
Stateside. Fantastic, Checo. Superb racing. Yes, guys. Superb racing. Yes, guys.
Buffalo jumped out to a 21-3 lead. Fordham 17 unanswered in an action-packed first half.
Has been quick, making plays. Early drive for Buffalo just goes inside. Washington just grinds and pounds and goes in for the happy zone. I'm really impressed with both quarterbacks. This ball thrown in the perfect spot, wide open. Nice touchdown head by Johnson, but back comes Fordham. The Rams aren't taking any mess. Couldn't have thrown this one any better. That's one of 2 touchdown receptions for Felton. Watch the timing, gets it past. Wow, what a game we've got. 21 points in the second quarter. It's beginning to rain. Is it rain?
It's raining.
Rain?
Second half is coming
Football
up.
weather.
21-20 here in Western New York. Grab your ponchos. It also might be fireworks smoke, but I'm not sure.
With Asana, it's easy to monitor projects across teams and track status and progress at a glance, so you and your team can make smart decisions faster. Try it for free at asana.com.
Lowe's knows you want the best quality products for the best price. And when you save more on the things you need, you can get more of the things you want. That's why if you find the same product for less, we'll match it. Shop now with the confidence of our lowest price guarantee.
At Bellegarde, outdoor living and hardscape design are all about bringing you moments like these. Create your space. Create your moments with Bellegarde Rooms.
Oh, man, the way Bryce is able to cover the whole field is incredible.
Yeah, he's really spreading it around.
You guys could help, you know.
Just doing our jobs, Bryce. Just doing our jobs.
Yeah, we're working too.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick and try Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks vapors.
Now streaming on Disney+.
Ariel, wait for me!
All the wonder.
Let's go!
The magic.
And Brown Steelers at 8.
The half, it'll be MJ Wright to take it at the 2-yard line. MJ right up the near side. Somebody lost the helmet. It was not right, thankfully, as he's brought down to the 25-yard line. We take a look at our first half stats. And Fordham completely turned the tide in the second quarter. They actually outgained Buffalo by 100 yards in that first half.
Yeah, and also notice the time of possession for Fordham. They did a really nice job of moving the chains, had a lot more first downs, 41 plays they ran for 295 yards. So again, you saw that offense and the execution the last few minutes of this game. And remember I said the momentum is swung?
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like the momentum is swung. But the thing you got to remember, if you're Buffalo, you're ahead right now. So play to win.
Fordham had an 89-yard and a 97-yard touchdown drive in the second half. Montez, nice fake, heading to the far side and drilled. Flag down, unnecessary roughness coming up here against UB. Poor start to the half.
Well, I was about to say, as that play was developing, the one thing you did not want to see is Montez in the open field.
His head coach, Joe Conlon, told us he needs to learn how to slide, and he did there, but he took a hit anyways. He kind of said that to us half-jokingly during the week, that he needs to learn how to slide. He had some problems with that during the Wagner game last week, but he took a shot there, I believe, from Devin Grant.
After the play, personal foul with targeting, late hit, defense. That play is under further review.
So I believe Devin Grant, he didn't say the player's number, but I believe it's number 23.
Well, hold on, let's just see here.
It's number 23.
Don't think it's targeting. Think he hit him with the shoulder. See, let me take one more look at this. And then he does lead with the helmet, though. He leads with the crown of his helmet.
Devin Grant got the start at safety tonight.
The look a moment ago looked like it was with the shoulder, but that second look may look like it was the top. So we'll just wait and see.
If they do deem it targeting, he would be ejected from the game.
Here. Yeah, it's going to be targeted.
Yeah, I think he's probably, well, we'll see what the call is. But
and he also, too, Robert, not to cut you off, but he launched.
You saw the team stats in that first half. C.J. Montez for Fordham, 11 out of 19, 163 yards, 2 scores. Julius Luffridge, already over 100.
Yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down. Number 23 is disqualified from the remainder of the contest.
So Devin Grant, the sophomore safety, is out of the game now. Luffridge had 106 yards on the ground, averaging 8 yards a carry, and M.J. Wright, 3 catches for 79 yards. I think kind of a fairly easy call to decide there as Grant is out of the game now. Cole Snyder for Buffalo, 11 out of 14, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns. So not a good start to the half for UB as their starting safeties ejected. Montez back to pass, feeling the pressure, he's sacked. That'll get some momentum back on Buffalo's defensive side. Max Michel in there again amongst a host of tacklers.
Got to protect the blind side. 2 guys coming inside to make this play. David Williams being one, Michel being the other. You need a play to change the momentum after you have an ejection and an interesting kickoff return. That's the answer. Now can you do that on second down?
Looking for something to get this crowd fired up. UB lost on the road at Wisconsin last week, hung with them into the second half. Montez throwing deep on the far side. Dragged down. Penalty coming up here against Caleb Offord. So 2 huge 15-yard penalties to start the half against the Buffalo D. This will be a first down.
Pass interference, defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, you could just as easily call that holding as you could pass interference. Reaches out with the left hand, easy call.
Garrett Cody, the intended receiver. Seems unlikely it would have been caught, but an easy call for the official as Offord is called for the pass interference. Sets up a first down from the 47.
That's why I was interested to see was it going to be pass interference or a hold. Nevertheless, 15 yards and keep moving.
Luffridge stood up and stopped for no gain.
When Buffalo had to make some stops midway second quarter last week against Wisconsin, they were able to do so. And again, it had not been for a couple of mistakes and not scoring, that could have been a tie ball game against Wisconsin. Let's see if this defense now can raise their level once again.
Montez, pressure coming off the edge. Looking to run now, breaks it to the outside. Montez darts out of bounds, just shy of the 45-yard line. He'll be about 2 yards short of a first down.
Good decision by Montez. You're looking over the top, feels the pressure. Sacked a moment ago, remembered that, runs to the outside, pulls up just short. It's going to be about 2 yards, 2.5 yards now on a third down. And again, if you're Fordham, you can do a lot of things. You can run option, you can run the read, you can throw the ball, you can keep Montez on the boot.
3rd down and 2. Luffridge is dropped for a loss, and that may force Fordham to punt from near midfield. Max Michel again.
Yeah, he's been all over the place tonight. Watch Michel from the defensive end spot. Doesn't wait for the handoff in the mesh point, says I'm going to be in attack mode. Comes off that end, bam, makes the play, and Fordham elects to punt.
I asked the defensive coordinator, Robert Wright, do you have a hype man on the defense, a guy who really gets everyone fired up? He hesitated for a split second and said, definitely Max Michel is that guy, a vocal leader, very loud, outspoken, and high energy, and makes a play to end the drive there. Will Haslett, I believe this is the... No, he had a punt blocked, actually, early in the first quarter. This is only the second time he's punted. He crushes a spiraling ball that bounces inside the 5 into the end zone for a touchback, and it is definitely raining very lightly now here at UB Stadium. We'll take a break. Over 12 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I used to watch the Heisman House every year on TV. And I'd always wonder, is it real? It's very real.
Take a little bit more up the top.
Now that I've been here a while, it's a lot like campus. We have roommates.
Hey, Caleb, just try and keep it down. It's nap time.
Of course, there's a gym.
10.
All right, people, here we go. Looking good, RG3.
No, you're looking good, RG3.
Yeah, so it's a lot like...
room, rookie.
We're doing a ticky-tock.
Pound.
Just like campus.
With Asana, it's easy to monitor projects across teams and track status and progress at a glance, so you and your team can make smart decisions faster. Try it for free at asana.com.
At Bellegarde, outdoor living and hardscape design are all about bringing you moments like these. Create your space. Create your moments with Bellegarde Rooms.
Every day, wake up, 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 every day, wake up. No, I know that's the old model. You breaking that cycle. I think I see the finish line. Every day, wake up, every day, wake up, every day, wake up.
For the love of football, for the love of La Liga.
Take a look at some other scores from around the MAC. We'll do that in just a moment. As another whistle and a flag here. Looks like it could be a false start.
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Other scores in the MAC. Ball State played the number 1 team, Georgia. Of note, that game was scoreless to start the second quarter. Georgia rolls. UNH, a very good team from FCS. Central Michigan, nice win. Northern Illinois beat Boston College last week, loses to Southern Illinois today. Western Michigan, tough day down the road, a couple hours at the JMA Wireless Dome in Syracuse. Cole Snyder, 1st and 15, throws far side, pitch and catch, and a gain of about 2 on the play. Stan, what's the message? Couple more scores before I get to that point here in MAC football. Kent State was close with Arkansas for a while. You see some of the other scores early on. Long delay, Miami, UMass, bad weather all up and down the East Coast. What does Buffalo have to do to get back on track?
I'll tell you after this play.
Snyder out of the shotgun. They made it look so easy to start the game as Snyder throws near side, caught by Johnson. He lost the ball. Did he have possession of it? It's on the ground. Who recovered it? And I think Buffalo somehow came up with the ball. Johnson, the question is, did he have possession?
The quick answers to both of the questions. One, what do you have to do? You've got to execute. But you can't execute when a team has turned up their intensity. That's just a nice defensive play. I think they're going to call that a catch and then a fumble. And then again, watch the play. You got 2 guys blocking, 1 white shirt, but the white shirt makes the play. 3rd down and long down for Buffalo.
Good play there by Mike Courtney, the linebacker, number 27. Buffalo going backwards here. Started the drive with a false start. Now 3rd down and 18 as a light rain falls. Man jumped off sides on the far side. No flag. Yes, there is a flag on the far side, and Snyder goes down. But I think they'll get another shot at it here on 3rd and long.
You had a free play if you're Buffalo, so you don't want to take an interception or throw the ball away. It's going to be
defense,
offside. So
number 34. 5-yard penalty.
There's also an injured Buffalo player. Appears to be an offensive lineman. We'll try to get a look at his number, but they tend to him on 3rd and long coming up with under 11 minutes to go. 3rd quarter, we're back after this.
If you don't know about Xfinity Mobile, well, now you do. It's the fastest mobile service around. with the best price for 2 lines of unlimited. Only $30 a line per month. That's hundreds in savings a year when you wave bye to the other guys. All on the most reliable 5G network nationwide. You really shouldn't walk out the front door without it. Switch today at XfinityMobile.com.
Epson Eco Tank wants to know, does your printer run out of ink at the worst time?
Cartridges. Tiny, dinky, expensive.
Don't get cartridged. Switch to the cartridge-free Epson Eco Tank. Comes with big bottles of ink. The bottle snap in place, then you just fill and chill. Prints up to 5,000 pages.
That would have taken me like 80 cartridges.
Welcome to Chillville.
I love it here.
Switch at EpsonEcoTank.com. Just fill and chill!
My dad was a master mechanic for the city of Pittsburgh. I've learned over my life and through my father to find people that know what they're doing. Somebody honest, dependable, and reliable.
I love working on cars. It's my passion. Me and Bob met about 20 years ago here at Firestone.
To celebrate 20 years as a customer, we're sending Bob on an IndyCar race experience.
Ho, Chuck! Hey, Bob.
Helping our neighbors since 1926. Firestone Complete Auto Care.
I hope you know there are millions feeling just like you.
Lost. Surrounded by darkness.
But we want you to know it's okay to lean on others.
Talk to a friend.
To ask for help.
Whether you're a
mentor, teammate,
mom.
It doesn't matter who you are, we are all bonded together in trying to overcome this stigma.
Kicking the stigma.
Gotta wait. The injured player was Dom Palizzi, the center for Buffalo. Fifth-year senior from nearby Brockport, New York. He was helped off the field. Cole Snyder, empty backfield on 3rd and 13. They've got to get it to the 30-yard line. 5 receivers. Snyder stands in, protected well, throws over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Cole Harity. Coverage on the play. Blanketed there by a host of Fordham defenders, and it'll be 4th down.
Really a nice job defensively. Ball might have been partially deflected, but it was well covered. And again, we talk about who's got momentum, who's making plays. The aggressor right now so far in this ball, the last 8 or 9 minutes has been, my guy, James Conway, and the rest of his teammates, the Fordham Rams. Conway on the coverage.
Conway, the middle linebacker, is the team's leading tackler.
Man, you can't make a mistake on the kick game.
Veneri's kick, high kick, great hang time, and a fair catch called for and made at the 44. Fordham fell behind 21-3 in this game, and Joe Conlon has constructed quite a turnaround. First year, 2 wins to 4. You cancel out the 3-win year, or the 3-game year, sort of awkward. 2 to 4 to 6 to 9, and all the way to the FCS playoffs last year. Conlon, who played at Pitt, was a defensive tackle back in the early 2000s. Previously 6 years at Yale as an assistant, and also 7 years at New Hampshire. In his 6th season now with the Rams, but like we said, one of those seasons only had 3 games, that awkward spring season back during COVID. But his team trying to pick up a big win here. FBS win down by 1 early in the 3rd quarter. Game has not had a lot of rhythm here as Montez throws, caught by Felton again for a 1st down to the 41-yard line.
C.J. Montez is in complete control of this offense right now. Again, they've had success with the run, pull everybody to one side, goes against the grain, perfectly thrown pass, gets it to Felton, who's had a solid ball game. Another catch, 1st down, Fordham.
Felton 2 touchdowns in the game. That was his 4th catch of the game. This is a handoff. And wrestled down, dragged down was Jacob Rodriguez. With under 10 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
It was a high tackle, but not a face mask by Lofton, 92. Again, a good job, but there's a push. Grabs him around the shoulder, spins him around. Good job of holding on to the football for the freshman.
Gain 2 on the play, stays in there to the right of Montez. Rodriguez bouncing it outside to the left and couldn't get past the defensive back, Demetrius Harris Jr., a transfer from Cornell.
One thing I got to tell you, the defensive backs, I think we talked about this early in the season for this team. They come up and they close well and make plays. This is about the third or fourth time this afternoon where a defensive back has been one-on-one with a back and come in, brought him down. A big tackle by Harris sets up a third down and long.
Tempo here for Fordham. Now they'll get the call in from the sideline. Harris, honorable mention, all Ivy League at Cornell last year.
Fordham was 6 out of 10 in third down conversions in the first half.
Montez has time, throws deep far side. Incomplete. Defended well, intended for MJ Wright. It'll be 4th down and 10.
Caleb Alford does a really good job. I thought they could have gone underneath. They go for the big play. Alford not faked out, stays, runs with him stride for stride, gets his hand in there. It's a long incompletion, and we'll set that 4th down again. Again, no mistakes in special teams either way right now.
Terrific coverage by Alford, who led the team in pass breakups last year. Started all 9 games he played. Started his career at Notre Dame. Will Haslett in what's sort of become a defensive struggle here now. Short kick, trying to drop it in. Fumbled, it's on the ground. Fordham says they've got it, and they do! A muffed punt, and James Conway down there to recover the ball. Huge mistake by the Bulls.
Just lost it. This is just lost it. Watches the ball, plays him, gets inside. There's a lot of traffic there. The contact was initiated by a teammate. So it's not going to be kick, catch, interference, I do not believe. Don't think he was blocked. Well, it might have been blocked as you look at it again.
It was Ron Cook Jr. back deep to receive the punt. He muffs it. James Conway, Johnny on the spot to recover it. And it's now 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line for Fordham with a chance to take the lead here in the middle portion of the 3rd quarter.
We just finished saying you can't make mistakes right now, especially in the special teams. They're going to look at this, I think. It's a change of possession. You always will look.
So we couldn't quite catch what the referee said there.
What I think it is, though, did the Fordham player block the Buffalo defender into the play? And see, there is contact. And actually, you look at that again, there might have been some early contact there. One more time, guys. Guys in the truck doing a great job here. Thank you. Keep your eye on 48.
81 blocks the Buffalo player back into the receiver.
That's what I'm saying. Now, the other question, too, they didn't advance it. It was a muff. The other question was, does he sew for a fair catch?
He did before this video. No, before the video started, he had called for a fair catch.
Okay. You can't advance it, and they don't. One more time here.
You see he waves the right hand once. And I believe the ball will stay with Fordham.
Yeah.
Play is confirmed.
Tough break for Buffalo. I recognize mist when I see it. I know I've been in hot weather all summer. It's been hot, but I know mist and cool. And this was misty, and maybe he got lost in the lights. A bad break, but a big break for Fordham. Can they convert?
Huge opportunity here for the Rams. 1st and 10 from the 11. Montez out of the shotgun. Straight drop, has time, flushed out of the pocket, looking to run, gets away, turns upfield and makes something out of nothing, a gain of a couple.
There were 2, maybe 3 opportunities for a Buffalo defender to get Montez in there. They're 1 there, 2nd there.
Dolak doesn't miss many of those. He is 2nd in the country in tackles last year, number 52. Second down, and dragged down after a short gain.
All right, here we go.
That was Luffridge on the carry, sets up a huge 3rd down here. Now Fordham well within field goal range If they come up short on third down, there will be a timeout called here. There's an injured player, actually. It's Mekhi Felton. Looks like he might be cramping, but tough to tell from here. As Joe Conlon will come over and take a look at him. Felton, who's got 2 touchdown catches. So nearing the midway point of the third quarter, there hasn't been a lot of flow to this quarter. There's been a couple of reviews. There's been a lot of penalties. There's that muffed punt. There's not been any scoring so far in this quarter after there was 41 points in the first half. Mekhi Felton, 4 catches, 42 yards, and a couple of scores. Already has 3 touchdown catches this season, the senior from Baltimore.
Look at the formation. I would not be surprised if they spread this. And that gives you the opportunity to run some read, let your quarterback get to the outside, and you got to try to find some yards. What are we, 3rd down and a short 8?
And they can really take their time here.
Put the ball in the air if you need to.
It's going to take Felton a while to walk off the field.
Yeah, there's no rush. There's no rush. Plenty of time. Play clock hasn't started. And I would be very concerned if I'm Buffalo right now with Montez making a play with his legs.
This drive started after the muffed punt. They can get a first down just inside the 1-yard line.
Twins to both sides.
Felton, who has the 2 touchdowns, out of the game right now with that injury. Montez back to pass, throws into the flat, wide open for the Fordham touchdown. Julius Luffridge gives the Rams the lead.
And just brought him out of the backfield. You're playing run, swings him out, wide open. Everybody's playing to the strong side, brings him out to the left. Nice pass catch. We've got a ball game here.
On for the extra point, Brandon Peskin. So midway through the third quarter, Peskin trying to make it a 6-point lead. Hold us down. Kick is blocked. It's bounding back to the 25-yard line. Buffalo's got it on the run. A foot race with a punter. Haslett wins the foot race. He'll take it all the way back. Second time we've seen that in the game. This one will count. It's Clavester Hines, the cornerback, taking it all the way. For the 2 points. Not what we expected to see there. It's the second time that's happened today. Clavester Hines all the way.
The ruling on the field is the 2-point try is good for Buffalo. Sideline warning against Fordham. There's no yardage penalty associated with this. Timeout for media.
So Fordham scores the touchdown to take a 26-21 lead. The extra point is blocked. Buffalo takes it back for 2. 3-point lead.
Your pick.
I select Victor Wembanyama.
Ma?
I'm taking Donovan Mitchell.
Sabrina.
Let's get it.
Get it!
Shaq.
And I'm taking Kobe.
PlayStation.
With Asana, it's easy to monitor projects across teams and track status and progress at a glance, so you and your team can make smart decisions faster. Try it for free at asana.com.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. That's why Ace has free in-store and curbside pickup, or even same-day delivery from your locally owned neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I'm not one of those players that can kind of just sit back and enjoy the ride.
I'm always trying to find an edge, always breaking down the film, always trying to get better for the next game. UFOS is one of those things that I take value in. And when I'm done with the game, I put my UFOS on. I'm making a conscious effort to recover. The quicker you can recover, the quicker you can be back out there playing 100%. UFOS definitely helped me recover faster.
When you can save on Target's Good and Gather groceries and all the fall flavors. When quality ingredients bring more to the table. And when you're serving up taste they love at low prices, that's totally Target.
The Little League World Series champions!
Now streaming on Disney Plus.
Ariel, wait for me!
All the wonder.
Let's go, let's go!
The magic. And the fun.
Wow, check a wow, wow.
Disney's The Little Mermaid. Rated PG. Now streaming on Disney Plus. Take advantage of a limited time offer.
Here's where legends are born, and every match is a spectacle. For the love of football, for the love of La Liga. Oh, Lord.
Just about midway through the third quarter, Fordham just scored a go-ahead touchdown, but Buffalo blocked the extra point and took it back to pull within 3. It'll be Peskin to kick it away as a steady mist continues to fall here. Fair catch called for and made. Buffalo will start from the 25. Let's look back at that last TD.
I continue to amaze in Monty. See, they clear out. They clear out all the influence one way, and they just sneak the back out of the backfield. That's really, really easy. And if you're Buffalo, you're not happy about that. But there's a great effort there to get the block, the scoop, and Trey Hines picks it up and gives them 2 points. Great offensive execution on one end, great hustle defensively on the other end.
So in that transaction, Fordham scored 6 points, but Buffalo scored 2. To make it a 3-point lead. Buffalo trailing now for the first time in this game as we hit the midway point of the third quarter. Snyder throws and a nice catch in traffic for a first down out past the 40. Good drive starter for the Bulls. It's Nick McMillan.
And Rob, as well as Fordham has played lately, you know, part of that answer I was going to give you a minute ago is that this is just a lack of execution in some cases for Buffalo.
Quick tempo here. Washington takes it out to the 46 for 6 yards.
And I like that. Pick up the tempo. Let your quarterback make some decisions. You've got receivers and backs that can make plays. Get the ball to them.
Quick snap again. Handoff Washington. Driving his way forward for a first down across midfield to the still on his feet to the 48. A gain of 6 more.
We'll find out a lot about this Buffalo team for the future on this drive. Whether they score or not, they're coming back at you. So they're making adjustments, and they found something going in between the tackles.
Low snap. Washington trying to bounce it outside to the right. He breaks free, and a nice tackle in the open field to save more yardage. Tackle made by Steven Williams.
Steven Williams comes up with a touchdown sack. Watch that, goes inside, bounces there. The vision of Washington, and one man stays between him and the end zone.
Huge tackle by Williams. It is enough for a first down to the 38. Play action. Snyder stands in, throws over the middle, a little bit behind his receiver, but caught by Harity for another first down to the 27.
And Harity runs an excellent dig route again. And with time, you're seeing an excellent quarterback in Snyder, but there was a receiver streaking down the sideline. That's what I was saying when I said got him. Had the opportunity to get 6 there, don't. But you see now Buffalo executing better, more intensity, trying to get in the end zone.
There is an injured Fordham player along the far sideline, being tended to by the medical staff.
See at the top of the screen, that's what I was looking at. I think that was Harding streaking down the sideline. They go underneath. Nevertheless, a sure-handed receiver gets you a first down.
The injured Fordham player is up on his feet. It appears to be number 93, who is Peter Shaloub, a sophomore from Cleveland, along the defensive line. So he does walk off the field. Take a look at some games coming up on ESPN Plus next week in Maction. Central Connecticut at Kent State. UMass will take on Eastern Michigan. Ball State hosting Indiana State, and San Jose State at Toledo. Toledo a big winner today over Texas Southern. Toledo the preseason favorite in the MAC. Flag down. Snyder throwing deep into the end zone. Overthrown, incomplete. There is a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense. Number 41. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Mike Thorne, backup defensive tackle.
Watch Thorne. Right there, moves, snap the ball, get a free play.
So it'll be first down and 5 as Buffalo has not scored since there's 14 minutes left to go in the second quarter. They had 21 points at that point, unless you count the 2 points that they ran back on the extra point, but their offense hasn't scored. Cook trying to bounce it outside to the right and drives his way forward for a couple. The offense has not scored in roughly 24 minutes of game action.
You want to think about running behind. Kalen Shepard, 77, goes about 333 pounds. Doty, 78, that right side. But if I'm Coach Lindquist right now, I like the short passing game right now. This is a prime time right now. Almost in your red zone completely. Second down and about 3. This might be a time to see a little screen pass maybe. Something to the corner, a safety pass, or run.
Handoff for Cook. And has the first down close to the 15. Buffalo's best drive in quite some time, running the clock down under 5 minutes to go. There is another Fordham player injured at about the 15-yard line.
And you saw that push we were just talking about a moment ago. Doty, Shepard, Walker in the ball game now.
I believe it's number 41, Mike Thorne. He was just called for that penalty a moment ago. He is now injured at the 14-yard line. Sophomore from the Jacksonville area.
You're right. Yeah, a moment ago, you get a chance. You're right. This has been a kind of a rhythmless third quarter. Some big plays. Touchdown, block PAT, some big hits, but you're not getting rhythm, some injuries. But if I am Fordham, I got to just say, hey guys, so hang in there, can play defense. And Buffalo's got to score. It's almost like a basketball game. You know, you've got to score this possession. Field goal or a touchdown.
This is only the 4th all-time meeting between these two schools. They haven't played since 1995. Fordham won big the first time out way back in 1930, 71-0. They covered that day. But they haven't played since the 90s. This is Buffalo's 25th season of FBS football. They became an FBS school back in 1999. Next week, Buffalo will host Liberty on Saturday here at noon at Louisiana. The week after that, and then opening the MAC schedule at Akron. Fordham has a week off. Again, this is already Fordham's 3rd game of the season. They have a week off next week. Then they host Stonehill, and then at Georgetown in the Patriot League opener on September 30th. First down, Buffalo from the 16-yard line. Fordham was picked 2nd in the Patriot League behind Holy Cross, the defending champion and a top 5 FCS team.
Johnson at the top of your screen.
Snyder, pump fakes, has time, throws over the middle, caught inside the 10 and stood up around the 5-yard line, still pushing his way forward. Rugby scrum to about the 4. It was McMillan again, the redshirt freshman from Canisius High School here in Buffalo.
Love the play call, spin everybody down, let McMillan kind of work underneath, get in a safety area, a soft spot, catch, and continue to move the pile.
Washington, no gain on 1st and goal. So we tick under 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Block there, double team inside. Good job coming in and making the attack on the defensive side now. Prieto once again on the play. He's been involved in a lot of big plays this afternoon.
2nd and goal. High snap. Washington, touchdown! Second of the game for Mike Washington. Buffalo takes the lead.
Pull, slant to the inside, break a tackle, be relentless, get in the end zone. Mike Washington.
Washington had 7 rushing touchdowns last year. That's his second of the night. Scored the opening touchdown of the game from 2 yards out. Now goes in from 5 yards out, and a chance to make it a 4-point lead for McNulty. Good job by the holder getting it down, Balter. And the kick is up and good. So Buffalo retakes the lead 30-26. Good drive there by UB.
Yeah, and again, just power football, executing when you have to, crossing route, picks up big plays. Give the ball to Washington, give the ball to Cook, let those guys make some plays. And if you will, you got a quarterback that makes some good decisions, sit there, defender right there in the middle, gets a pass there, and then a couple plays later, guess what happens? Pull, coming right in your living room. It might be raining, but it might be raining touchdowns.
Washington, a sophomore from Utica, about 3 hours east on the New York State Thruway from here in Buffalo. Ready to kick it away, Alex McNulty. Back deep to receive for Fordham is MJ Wright. As we said, Buffalo scored its last offensive points with 14 minutes left to go in the second quarter. They get back on the board here with 3 minutes to go in the third.
What an impressive drive by Buffalo.
McNulty's kick is away. Wright takes it at the goal line. MJ Wright hit hard at the 14. Big stick. Max Michel, the hype man.
Are you kidding me? Hype. That's hit. Right? Bam. That's nice. Watch this again. So you want to be a kick returner, huh? Yes. Those are the plays. Those are the plays that you don't have to talk about. Just put them on tape. The effort play. And you know, we were talking about the momentum. It's in blue now.
Been a lot of swings in this game in the momentum.
That's what I'm talking about.
Michel adding some energy to that Buffalo sideline. Now Fordham deep in its own territory. They've had a couple of long touchdown drives today. This one starts from the 14. Luffridge. No, it's Montez keeping up the middle for a couple.
Little mist in the air. Got to be sure ball handlers. Sure on the mesh. Quarterback and running back. Safe play gets you about 2-3 yards maybe.
Montez getting the play in from the sideline. Moves Luffridge to his right on second down. And hands it off for Luffridge. And he's dragged down for no gain, maybe a yard. As George Wallow, who had a sack earlier, drags him down there and sets up a third down.
A bunch formation to both sides. You got to be smart. Keep people in front of you if you're Buffalo. Get your reads if you're Fordham.
Pressure's on. Montez rolls out to the right. Trying to buy time. Throws. Flag down. Flag down from the secondary. The intended receiver, Garrett Cody.
Yeah, Cody went down. I think that was Solomon Brown. He can't pick up that number, but it was Cody that went down, and that was why you ended up running the ball.
Holding, defense number 9. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, to Mr. Hines.
Key penalty.
Yeah, it was.
It was almost like a turnover. They were going to punt the ball there.
Watch the crosser there, doesn't get it, and then you see right there, he's already down. And that's why, in the case of the quarterback Mondays, he's just going to kind of run the play as far as he can. They've already got the penalty. So again, execution. You've got to execute.
Third down defensive penalty keeps the drive alive for the Rams.
Big break for Fordham.
From the 27. Keep in mind, Buffalo muffed a punt earlier as they throw down the middle. Incomplete. A little bit too far for Cole Thornton.
He had him. He had him on the scene. Take a look again. Play fake, holds that defender, that linebacker just enough, and he just kind of releases this just too soon. One more beat gets you 6.
It's a run over the left side for a gain of about 4. New face there, Jamel James, a freshman from Youngstown, Ohio, his first carry.
Got a lot of young running backs on this squad. Haven't talked a lot about Jamel James, which comes in right there, gives you an impressive 2 yards, 3 yards, and makes his third down, third and about 6.
Buffalo thought they had a stop a moment ago. There was a defensive penalty. They'll try to get it here, third down, and as you said, 6. Montez throws near side, caught on a line. Garrett Cody out past the 40 for a first down.
You watching this at home, you'll never realize what a difficult pass and catch this was. Under pressure, guys in face, you take the route about 12 yards and come back. And if you don't come back, that's not going to be completed. Excellent route run that time by Cody.
Big time third down conversion for the Rams. Keeps the drive alive to the 41 as we come under a minute left in the third quarter. Throw far side, caught again by Felton, who's back in the game after being injured earlier. He's got it across midfield to the 45, a gain of 14.
Little two-level situation. You've got underneath with Allen, you've got Felton deeper. You take the deep 6, you get the first down, you keep it moving. Win or lose, if you're a Fordham fan, you've got to be impressed with Montez. You've got to be. He's making good decisions, putting the ball on the money.
We talked about a training, professional athletic training company out in Los Angeles. C.J. Stroud of the Houston Texans works out there. As Montez throws deep, hit as he throws, it is caught inside the 5-yard line. M.J. Wright adjusted to the ball. And that will be the end of the third quarter.
Once again, M.J. Wright comes up with the big play. Puts this right where he had to have it. Knew he was going to get hit. Made the play. A preseason All-American, M.J. Wright, with yet another catch.
Fordham chance to take the lead when we return.
Boom, 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 boom. Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
Boom, 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 boom. Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
Oh, I can't believe it's true. I get to love you. It's a promise I'm making to you. Whatever may come, your heart I will choose. Remember this moment with me. Every kiss begins with K.
Home Goods, go finding.
The Little League World Series champions!
Chris Vaughn telling his son that he was being drafted. You want to come to work with me next week? Makes it so magical.
Deuce Vaughn in the end zone.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times, keeping you up at night.
Come on now.
But with help from the Home Depot,
Thank you very much.
you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Everyone is ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football. First on ESPN at 7, Saints' new quarterback Derek Carr leads New Orleans against #1 draft pick Bryce Young and the Panthers. And on ABC at 8, it's more football as Nick Chubb and the Browns head to Pittsburgh to face Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. Saints-Panthers at 7 on ESPN and Browns-Steelers at 8 on ABC.
Each team scored a touchdown in that third quarter. The lead changed twice, and it could change again here as Fordham's got it first and goal from the 2-yard line. Down by 4 to start the fourth quarter. Montez sends a man in motion. Hands it off to Luffridge. He's dropped immediately, might have lost a yard on the play. Robert Lee, Stan Luter, our entire crew from now misting Buffalo, New York. Not enough rain that you need to put an umbrella up, but it's probably something you want to put a pullover on. It's really kind of an interesting mist that has engulfed the stadium. You can see it in the camera shot there, and ball security, as always, very important. No turnovers in this game so far.
So far, knock on wood.
Second down and goal from the 4. Right in motion. Montez keeps trying to get to the outside, looking to turn the corner and can't, and ends up getting back to the line of scrimmage, goes over one of the signs over there, the Chick-fil-A sign. He hurdles that for no gain.
Buffalo did a really nice job of staying home, plugging the middle, and then forcing him to the outside, keeping contained. Nowhere to go. Was not in run pass option this time, but I think you'll see a spread. I think you spread them out and you try to give the same idea. Give you a run pass option for Montez. He's making good decisions.
On the season, Montez 9 touchdowns, no interceptions, 3 of those touchdowns tonight.
Cody at the top of your screen, locked into the backfield.
Back to pass. Throws over the middle. Huge hit short of the goal line at the 1-yard line. Catch made by tight end Jaden Allen, but he is a yard short. They're down by 4 here with 13.5 to go.
Is this Andressen with the hit? Keep your eyes on 12. Bam! A kid that transferred out of Bryant comes up with a big-time stick. You had to stick him strong and get him off his feet. Now, what do you do if you're Fordham?
They're going.
High kick.
4th down and goal from about the 2-yard line. Huge play in this game with 13 minutes to go.
But you got a lot of weapons here.
High snap. Montez throws into the corner. Caught by Garrett Cody for the go-ahead touchdown.
I like Garrett Cody. A little inside, outside, a little rub route, gets the defender just a little bit entangled and puts it only where he could get it. That's a nice play. And, you're thinking you may not get a chance to get in the red zone again, so you better go ahead and score. I'm thinking kick maybe, but that's okay. I love the call. And this Fordham team has so many weapons. Nice pass, and Cody once again comes up with the big catch.
Cannot overstate the importance of this extra point to make it a 3-point lead. The last one was blocked. This one's up. It's good. Peskin puts it through, and with 12:46 left to go, Fordham has retaken the lead 33-30 on Garrett Cody's 2nd touchdown of the season.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
Do you really want to go through with this?
Absolutely.
You've always stood up for what you believed in, but this?
What could mean more than this? So, Mom, what do you think?
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off season? Little Caesars taste so good.
It tastes even better with my best friend.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza pounds for life.
The off season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new four-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. That's why Ace has free in-store and curbside pickup, or even same-day delivery from your locally owned neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
By Fordham, this time ending with the Cody touchdown. Short passing game, receivers getting open, plenty of time for your quarterback. Puts it on a dime, goes up and makes a big time play. 2 plays later, that's right, watch Cody. Turns to the outside, a very impressive drive by the Fordham Rams.
That kind of pop-up kick again is fair caught, and they'll start from the 25. C.J. Montez now 18 out of 28, 257 yards and 4 touchdowns. So you looked at his stats last week, you're like, oh, Wagner, you know, they're not a very good FCS team. He had 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's doing this against an FBS team. He now has 10 touchdowns and no interceptions this season.
And you know what's even more impressive to me is those numbers, but he's only taken 2 sacks, and one of them he was chased down from behind.
Buffalo needs to answer. Cole Snyder throws the quick pass near side. It is caught by Booby Curry, his second catch of the game. Close to the first down, about a yard short.
Started Curry on the inside, little switch routes, and one guy deep, he goes underneath. Nice little easy, safe pass.
Quick throw into the flat, and falling down was Harity, and he ends up losing a yard on the play because he caught the ball and then put his knee down. So it'll be third down.
Where do they spot this ball? I wasn't sure if his knee go down there, he did. All right, here we go.
3rd and 2.
3 of 6 on third conversions so far for Buffalo. This is a big one.
Snyder keeps, and he will not. No, I don't think he got it. He's about a yard short. He has not kept the ball on that RPO very often.
You wanted to say he had it, didn't you? You like me, you thought he had it in second effort defensively. Let's take a look at the spot of this.
They're a yard short. They're going to go for it.
They're going to pull it up. Here we go.
They're going to go for it. 4th down and a yard with 11 and a half minutes to go from their own 34-yard line.
Everybody hold your water here.
Got to get it right to the 35. And I think they just got it on the second effort right to the 35. He was stopped short initially, but the linesman coming in, I think he only has to get to that 35-yard line.
Yeah. And I think the nose of the ball is touching the 35-yard line, first down.
That was close. They do move the sticks. It was Ron Cook Jr. on the carry.
Gutsy call by Coach Lindquist and staff. Really enjoyed listening to him and talking with him on, what day would we talk to him? Tuesday, Wednesday, one day.
Cook, hole over the left side. Burrowing his way forward, pinballing off guys for another 10 yards on a first down.
Lindquist is a great coaching pedigree. He's really doing some good things here in Buffalo. Just a dive inside, goes to Cook. Great balance, gets hit 2 times, holds onto the football, and it's about execution.
So the ball was not at the 45-yard line. So where they spotted the ball was about half a yard short of the 45-yard line. It's second down.
Right.
They have to get to exactly the 45. It's at about the 44 and a third yard line. So it's second down, not first down.
Good catch.
As we come up on 10 minutes to go in the game. And that ends up being a big spot because now it's third down because they lose yardage on second down. Now, they did just go for it closer to their own end zone. You've got to think if
so
this
you
play,
think if it's short, just down to go punt,
right? I mean, if this play goes nowhere, you got to think they're going to go for it again on fourth down. But they'll try to convert here on third down.
In seriousness, I think it would also depend on distance too. 4th and an inch is a lot different than 4th and 2.
Another run for Cook. And he did not gain much. If anything, it'll be 4th down and 2.
Spiller's inside Conway. We talk about Conway being one of the top tacklers in the country a season ago. Comes up with a big hit, 48-29 among others.
They're going to go.
Short.
They're going to go 4th down and 2, 9 minutes to go.
Here we go.
They just converted a 4th down a moment ago to start this set of downs. Cook the back.
3 wide receivers.
Under 9 minutes remaining. Buffalo down by 3 with the ball on 4th and 2. Senior quarterback Cole Snyder back to pass. Throws far side. It is caught for a first down by Booby Curry just shy of midfield.
Wow. Curry had to go low to get this football. Gets there, great coverage, first down. You called it.
Huge conversion, the second 4th down conversion of this drive for Buffalo. What do they tell us? 3rd and 4th downs they needed to improve on.
Exactly.
Snyder throwing deep far side. Flag down. Incomplete, intended for Booby Curry. On the coverage, Cam Blair.
Cam Blair was all over him a moment ago. Curry got the pass.
Pass
this
interference.
time.
Defense, number 10. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
A little shoulder fade. Wasn't sure if it was a fade or it was underthrown. Nevertheless, Curry does a great job to come back to the football. That's the only reason he's able to get the pass interference call, because he came back. Defender did never see the ball. Not.
Puts it at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Snyder protected well, throws deep near side for Johnson. He's got it for the touchdown. Marlon Johnson, 2nd of the game. UB retakes the lead.
Are we having fun yet? Right at you. Raindrops aren't going to bother Johnson. Great concentration. Excellent coverage once again. Might have gotten away with an interference. It doesn't matter. You got the pass. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Marlon Johnson, who's wearing the cherished number 41 for UB today. Every game, a different UB player wears 41 in honor of former Bull Solomon Jackson, who passed away back in 2016. Penalty coming up on Fordham. Every game, a different player wears 41. Normally, Marlon Johnson wears 11.
Offside.
Today,
defense, number 23 with contact. Half the distance to the goal. Replay the try.
With that 41 on, he has 2 touchdown catches today, and this one has given Buffalo the lead.
An honor for a solid player to carry on for a fallen soldier. He has stepped up tonight and done the number duty.
McNulty's kick is up and good. Just over 8 minutes to go. Terrific game here in Buffalo. Buffalo retakes the lead, 37-33. Don't go anywhere. Great finish coming up.
No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees are another reason banking with Capital One is an even easier decision than this.
We need a clutch hit. Derek.
Jeter.
Hang in there, rookie.
Yep, even easier than that. What's in your wallet?
A double dose of Monday Night Football. On ESPN, Carr and the Saints meet Young and the Panthers. On ABC, Chubb and the Browns face Pickett and the Steelers. Saints-Panthers at 7 on ESPN. Browns-Steelers at 8 on ABC.
The Little League World Series champions!
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Everyone is ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football. First on ESPN at 7. Saints' new quarterback Derek Carr leads New Orleans against #1 draft pick Bryce Young and the Panthers. And on ABC at 8, it's more football as Nick Chubb and the Browns head to Pittsburgh to face Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. Saints-Panthers at 7 on ESPN and Browns-Steelers at 8 on ABC.
Superb racing. Yes, guys.
Already the 4th lead change of the second half. Buffalo regains the advantage. 37-33, still 8 minutes to go. The Bulls will kick it away from the 35. MJ right back deep to receive at the 5-yard line. The kick of Alex McNulty. He booms this one out of the end zone. Let's go back to that. Marlon Johnson, his second touchdown of the game.
And now Perkins does a nice job in coverage. There's a little bump in there, but then, that's a play on. But great concentration, the one-arm catch. Third touchdown of the night for Snyder. And, that ties. He had 2 games last year where he threw 3 TD passes, and one of them was that infamous game that you talk a lot about, the Holy Cross game.
Cole Snyder putting up big numbers tonight. As you said, Marlon Johnson, a 5th-year senior for Penland, Pennsylvania, north of Philly, came into the night with 1 career touchdown. He has 2 tonight. Fordham needs to answer now. Back on offense with Montez from the 25. Quick throw far side, caught. Zigzagging his way forward for a first down is MJ Wright. Good drive starter, gain of 11.
If you're Fordham, there's no reason to hurry. There's no reason to be in a rush. Just continue what you're doing offensively. Space the field. Go in between the tackles with great running. Possessions. Make no mistakes with the football. You get a chance to score again.
Montez steps up, throws down the middle into traffic. Incomplete. Dangerous pass. Intended for Wright. It was broken up by Demetrius Harris.
He said you almost have the chance right there. You can't make a mistake. Throws this one up there. Nearly intercepted. Great coverage by Harris.
Demetrius Harris with the pass break up there. Neither team has had a traditional turnover, a fumble or an interception. There was that muff punt, which ended up leading to a Fordham touchdown, but no fumbles or interceptions from the offense, either team. This will be a running play up the middle for about 3 yards, and it'll set up a third down past the midway point of the 4th quarter.
Okay, you have a shot right now. What do you call it? Third down, still time, middle of the field for 3rd and a long 7. And I like Montez to be able to make a decision. Obviously, you're thinking about Wright. Cody's been that possession receiver. Whatever you do as a receiver, you've got to run to the sticks. You've got to get beyond the first down marker and then work your way back. Should it be a pass?
Under 7 minutes left. Buffalo showing blitz. Here they come. Picked up, throw far side. It is caught for a first down across midfield by M.J. Wright.
Yeah. Buffalo comes with the blitz. Montez knows he's got to get it out quickly. Stands in there. Wright does a great job. And what did he do? He went past the marker and came back. Only one person's going to catch that, and it's going to be him.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. M.J. Wright having a huge game. Well over 100 yards receiving. Quick throw far side, caught. And a gain to the 45-yard line, a gain of 4.
So those are just like long handoffs. The clock stops because the ball went out of bounds, and as soon as they got a ball ready for play, the clock starts. So this is where, we didn't have a moment ago where not being under 2 minutes really changes the play calling a little bit as well, how you defend it.
Under 6 minutes to go now. Montez looking deep. Coming back to the ball and making incomplete. Incomplete. It was intended for Cole Thornton.
Not sure receiver didn't step out of bounds before that. The official, there's a hat on the ground right there, so somebody, either the receiver or the defender.
Good coverage by Offord.
Offord's had a good game tonight, hasn't he?
They've targeted him a lot. 3rd down and 6. 5.5 minutes to go.
Felton is in the stack behind the receiver there on the lower side of your screen. Number 1.
It's a handoff running over the left side and picking up a first down. Luffridge inside the 35 to the 33.
You remember I told you earlier how that formation scares me? Because you've got really good possession receivers that can also go deep, and you spread the field, so it makes it man-on-man with your front 5. They do a really job of getting some space, and Luffridge reads holes, and he's continuing to run the football effectively tonight.
Luffridge goes out of the game. Looks like he might be a little banged up there. He comes out for a moment as Rodriguez checks in. 1st and 10 from the 33. Pressure's on. Montez rolls out to the right. Montez is going to run, and he slides inside the 30. They'll spot him at the 29.
Nolan Lloyd, watch number 7. He does a nice job sealing, walling him off. Kept his arms inside, so there wasn't any risk of a hold. Montez recognized he gets to turn the corner.
4.5 minutes to go. Fordham would love nothing more than to somehow run the clock all the way down and score late in the game and not give Buffalo any time to respond. 2nd and 6 from the 30. Montez throws, batted in the air and incomplete. Good hands there by Jair Stevens, a senior.
How many times have we seen linemen not able to make the play, but get up and jump and jam? There's pressure, and he just times that perfectly and gets the shot. Block shot. I was over at Alumni Arena the other day. Great place to play basketball. Reminded me of a block, but that was a good play. Now you get 3rd down, and you're in a similar situation we've seen 2 other times in this drive for Fordham.
Blitz is on. Montez throws. It's incomplete. Flag is down. Flag is down from the secondary. And I think this is going to go against Buffalo.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
You be a judge of this. I thought it might have got a late hit on that, but I don't think it was really late. That's Offord. They're just battling. Couldn't exactly see from that angle where the hand fighting occurred, but it's a big break for Fordham.
To the 23-yard line, 1st and 10, just over 4 minutes to go. And this running play's going nowhere. It was Luffridge on the carry. Clock continues to run. Under 4 minutes to go. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left.
Wolo, Bazile, and a whole lot of your friends coming in to make the play. Demetrius Harris also.
It's a loss of a yard on the play. With this little time left, got to be 4 down territory here. Montez back to pass, has time, throws near side, caught by Felton at the 15, short of the first down, but a good pickup, makes it 3rd and about 2.
Felton really worked the defender. Takes out inside, he comes back to the outside. Again, goes pressure there, and watch this catch. Right on the sideline. Foot in, need one in college. 3rd down.
2 yards to go. Clock ticking, under 3 minutes remaining. Buffalo clinging to a 4-point lead. Fordham trying to take the lead. Still 23 on the play clock. Plenty of time here. Here comes the blitz. Montez throws. The slant, it's caught inside the 5, touchdown! MJ Wright gives Fordham the lead.
Thing of beauty, you see pressure. 2 wide receivers, that's that set. We've talked about the stack, so they're split and just go underneath. Very patient to make the catch, and then you find the happy zone. Big time pass and catch for Fordham.
Key extra point coming up here to make it a 3-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go. Brandon Peskin. Almost blocked. It is good. The 5th lead change of the half. What a game. Come back for the finish. 2.5 remaining. Fordham has retaken the lead 40-37 here in Buffalo.
I've been all over the world as a wildlife filmmaker. The best stories are the hardest to get to.
Let's go.
It's coming really close.
To help Jersey Mike's tell everyone all about Short Points, we hired magician Justin Willman to spread the word.
Adding chips and drinks to your order just got you closer to a free sub.
Oh, thanks. Oh, this one's mine.
Customer reactions have been mixed.
Don't forget this.
Oh, good call. Thanks.
Ooh.
Oh. Maybe we should have just bought a billboard.
Download the My Mike's app and magically earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, sip, and chip you purchase.
With college football on ESPN Plus, you get the best teams and the biggest conferences, and so much college football action from across the country. So sign up now at ESPNplus.com.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
Everyone is ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football. First on ESPN at 7, Saints' new quarterback Derek Carr leads New Orleans against #1 draft pick Bryce Young and the Panthers. And on ABC at 8, it's more football as Nick Chubb and the Browns head to Pittsburgh to face Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. Saints-Panthers at 7 on ESPN and Browns-Steelers at 8 on ABC.
Both benches fired up as we come down the home stretch here. The kick from Brandon Peskin. Popped up, fair catch called for, and made. And we will take one final timeout. 2:32 left to go. Buffalo down 3 with the ball when we return.